Hello and welcome to Ink and Ashes. I have no idea what episode this is, but we are going to talk about our cats today. We are going to talk about some celebrities. I think that's all we need. Leo? Anything
Indeed,
to
I
add
dare
there?
say it is. No, I don't think so. I think everything was perfect. But
Thanks!
yes, cats. Let's
Yeah,
commence.
aren't they great? Right?
I dare say they are. They're the most annoying little shits, but they're also the most beautiful and lovable and emotionally deep creatures, I think, on the planet outside of human beings.
They are little fluff balls. You can't hate
Fluffballs.
them. Yeah!
No, fur babies.
Yeah. Well,
Indeed.
I was probably going to use that later on, so I don't want to overuse it
Ah.
now.
No, fair enough. Fair
Right.
enough.
So I have a black and white tuxedo. She's called Ashley. I love her very much. She is my baby.
And I have a moggy of various sorts of ancestries called about 4 or 5 different names. Mrs. Miggins, Miggs, Mia, Bastard, and my beloved one are some of the names by which she goes. And yes, as sort of a tortoise shell kind of colour.
I love how we're talking about
Uh,
cats. I'm looking at my cameras outside my house right now. There is a black cat in the garden, and
he's chunky,
I
that
kind
black
of thought
cat.
it was my cat. Yeah,
I
yeah,
think perhaps a little too large to be Ashley, but yes, indeed.
yeah. Well, she has put on weight, so I'm very happy about that.
Ah,
She had blood in her poo, and I was very concerned, as a mother would be, about their
indeed.
only child.
And does
And
she right now?
yeah, we've not had any blood in the poo. She's putting on weight.
Fantastic.
I'm very proud of her progress. So
Good, yeah, that's good to see she's on the mend, which is nice. I was a little worried about Ashley.
I was too. I mean, yeah, it was a long process to get it diagnosed and be like, hello. I went to the vets one point and we went for flea treatment and stuff, and I threw the question out there and they completely ignored me. Completely ignored me. And I was like, okay then, I guess that's fine. I was going to go back in 3 months anyway. I was like, okay, I'll just keep an eye on it because it's not all the time. It's just every now and again. Like, she's been spayed or neutered, whatever it is for a female cat. But yet I was finding blood in her poo, and I was like, well, maybe it is like a kind of period, I
Yeah, or the
suppose.
after effects of that particular operation, or
Oh, that was
whatever it
years
might be.
ago.
I was in like that was at the start. I
Yeah.
see. Then yeah, maybe it is some sort of, as you say, some sort of period or heat type thing that hasn't properly manifested or whatever it might be. But
Yeah. Well, I
I,
went back to the vets 3 months later to get more flea treatment and worming stuff because
mm,
they didn't want to give her 6 months worth because she was so light because she had lost weight. So by the time we went back, she was even lighter. In fact, I do have it down here.
mm,
Ooh, it's in my notes somewhere. Because I wanted to keep an eye on it. So she was
mm.
3.84 kilograms. And I was like, okay, so that does kind of seem light. She was always kind of
Yes,
chunky. I've always fed her well. Anything she wants, she gets. You're not really
same
going
with
to get
Mrs.
anything.
Miggins.
Yeah, you're not going to get
Mm.
anything like spoiled brat for spoiling your cat. A
No, exactly.
child, like a physical human child, you do not want to do that with because they will become very entitled, and we know a few of those.
Oh, I'm afraid we do.
There's
Well, we
many
don't
of
know
them.
them anymore, but we have known them.
Yeah.
I'm quite grateful for not currently knowing those people.
Cheers to that.
Indeed. Well, yes, do
so,
go on.
so I did actually weigh her today. I made sure, like 4 months later. Hold on, 5 months later, she is now 4.7 kilograms. So I'm very happy that
Okay.
we've had a little bit of an improvement there. She's almost
Yeah,
caught
that's
up
fab.
to her original weight. Like we're almost at the original weight before the weight started dropping off. So I'm very proud of her progress.
No, that's fabulous. I'm glad that she's on the mend so absolutely perfectly as well. It's brilliant.
Me too. It's been a while, but yeah. Do you know how much your cat weighs?
Not
Out
a
of
clue.
curiosity. Okay.
I mean, she is not a fat cat, nor is she a slim cat. She used to be slim, and she's put on a fair bit of weight lately because instead of going out of an evening or an afternoon exploring like she used to, she's taken to sunbathing in the front garden, luxuriating in her own comfort, and so she's not been getting as much exercise as she used to. So she's put on a little bit of weight lately, but not in an unhealthy way, and sort of a healthy weight for a cat, shall we say. So that's quite nice.
Yeah.
Although she's been something of a lodger rather than a pet in the past couple of weeks, she's decided I'm going to spend all my time outside, and so she only comes in to eat, and then she gives us a bit of love if she wants an additional pouch, and then she fuck good soup again. Forgive me for swearing that early into the episode. I apologise. But yes, she's
Go.
Say again.
It's gonna have to go.
Yes, I apologise. But yes, yeah, she's taken to coming in, eating, giving us a bit of love if she wants more food, and then departing promptly. And then she comes back in later. She loves it whenever we're out the front. She wants us to live out the front with her, outside. Like she absolutely adores us, and we adore her. But she wants to live. She wants us to live outside with her rather than live inside with us. And so whenever we go out and we in the car and we come back, she always jumps up on the front garden like little pedestal, like a gargoyle, and sits there and waits for us to come back and give her smooths and
That's so cute.
scritches. Oh, she's adorable, and she's the most sweet, beautiful, silky creature.
I
She
love
really
how
is.
you call it smooths. You can tell
That's
that
what
we're
they
from
are,
different households because it's like some people say pet. They're pets.
Yes, they
like,
do. It's very
it's
American.
pets,
Yeah.
Or I personally say stroke. Like I stroke my
Yep.
cat. I don't pet her.
Most people
and
do.
I don't give her
Yeah.
smooths. But I really like that you say that. It's very entertaining.
Oh, that's very kind of you to say. Yeah, it's been what my father's always called it, and so growing up with that that terminology, it's sort of via osmosis I've taken that on,
Yeah.
and now I smooth my cat because she's a very smooth creature with very silky fur, so it just feels like it's the right thing to say for her.
It's like when you go round to a friend's house or a partner's house and you are a different household. So you go in and you find that their ketchup is in the fridge rather than a cupboard
Yes.
item or vice versa. It's
Well,
very
their
much
toilet
like that.
roll is underhung, which is the wrong way to hang the toilet roll, but
So
we won't go into
you're an
that.
overhang toilet
I'm an
roll.
overhanger because that way it doesn't
Right.
scrape against the wall.
Yeah. I
Yes.
have recently become an overhang toilet roll person.
Ah, very
Yeah.
good. Welcome to the dark
Thank
side.
you.
Yes,
I wouldn't say it's the dark side because you can actually
No.
see it more.
true. In which case, welcome
Because
to
it's
the
only-
light side.
Yeah, we are the light side.
Indeed. Oh, so unusual.
Alright, I have to ask, are you a
Indeed.
ketchup in the fridge sort of guy or in the
Right,
cupboard?
I have strong opinions on this.
Alright.
Now, I won't take up too much of our wonderful viewers' time with talking about the orientation of ketchup, but on the bottle it says after it's been opened that you should keep it in the fridge, and before it's been opened it should be stored in a cool, dry place. Now, I don't make a habit of reading the backs of bottles, to be honest, and for years I've had it in the cupboard, and it's not done me any wrong. But I would say that the fridge is the best place for it. Also, it's like, I don't know if you feel the same way, but you know when you turn the pillow over when you're in bed and it's that cold, crisp pillow feeling?
See, people always talk about the pillow thing.
Yes, the pillow
They'll be
thing.
like, I don't like you. I hope your pillow is warm on both sides. And to me, that is perfect because I'm a cold bean. I love the toastiness.
I see,
fact,
yeah, that makes sense, that's fair enough.
When I
That's
was
fair enough.
younger, I was so cold, like just in the house generally. When I go to bed, I would get into my sleeping bag in my bed. Yep.
I've had to do that on some winter's nights in the past, but not regularly.
That
Not
was
regularly.
almost all the way through the year. I
I
want
see,
to point
even in
that
summer.
out. Yeah, even in summer.
I see.
Yeah.
No, fair. I mean, if you need it to be warm, I guess it makes sense. But yeah, with ketchup, it's. Sorry, go ahead. Go
I
ahead.
would get into my cocoon and I would stay there for many hours.
Yes, be like a little chrysalis, I imagine. But yeah, with ketchup, I like cold ketchup. I know I'm a weirdo for that, but I like cold ketchup. If I have a really like piping hot chip and I dip it in I dip half of it in cold ketchup and it warms the ketchup from within, that's just really quite nice. 'Cause it sort of cools down the chip a little bit so it doesn't burn your mouth as well. And I'm one of those people that doesn't blow on their food. I'm a haja faja faja fa until
Oh,
it's cool enough to chew
yeah.
sort of person,
Nice.
if
Okay.
you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. There are two
Yes.
types of people when it comes to that. It's either you
Indeed.
blow on your food or a ha ha ha. But I do want to say there is actually a third person who do both. And I am one of
Intriguing.
those people.
I see.
I
Is it
blow on
like
my food.
situational?
Get like too bored of, oh my god, this is taking so long to cool down, shove it in my mouth, regret the decision, and then have to my way through whatever I'm eating if it's that hot. I
I can
regularly
understand
burn
that,
myself
definitely.
though, like all the time. Very much all the time. I'm not even kidding. I think I have 2 ulcers in my mouth as we're currently sat at the
Oh
moment.
dear.
2.
Two.
I think they came from burns, and
I see.
well, I say ulcers. They're kind of more like I got burnt blisters.
Oh yeah, I know
Uh-huh.
the sort of thing.
Yeah, I actually burnt my lip on one of my vapes the other day as well. So like, I'm having to
Oh, they
deal
do
with
get
my...
hot, don't they?
I don't know. I'm not gonna lie, right? I know Elf Bar have been discontinued now, so I bought one of the last boxes, and because you could actually buy in bulk. R.I.P. Elf Bar.
Yes,
actually,
indeed. R.I.P. Elf Bar.
I will miss you, but the prices were absolutely atrocious. Why did they cost that much? And also, 20 milligrams of nicotine in a 2 ml of liquid. Like, come on. No wonder why people were so addicted to those things.
Indeed, yeah, they're incredibly strong.
You did it to yourself. The people who said, yeah, cool, they can come into the country in the first place, you were the problem. Whoever you were the problem. I'm sorry.
On the subject of that, talking about how much nicotine is in vaping and stuff, because I think there's more nicotine in disposable vapes now than there is in a cigarette.
Probably. Quite probably.
And yeah, quite probably. But I went back to smoking after vaping for such a long time, just because when I would vape, I'd vape all throughout the day.
Yeah.
I'd do it constantly. I'd buy a vape at 9:30 in the morning on my way, out to the shop, and then I'd come back and I'd be on it all day, and then it would die by about 7, 8 in the evening.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's great, but my lungs are just going to be like syrup on the inside, if I do it that regularly. And I thought, well, you know what? Fuck it. Let's burn that syrup and I'm going to have some cigarettes instead. And I went back to smoking cigarettes instead. And that's probably not the smartest option, to be honest. But
Actually,
I think it's... Sorry, go ahead.
How long ago was that? How long did you go from, vaping to then the switch back to cigarettes?
That was when I was living at university still.
So good few months?
About a year ago.
Okay.
About a year ago.
Do you feel healthier?
Yes.
Okay, you heard it
Yes,
here
I
first,
do.
folks.
Indeed, but just as a quick disclaimer to any young people watching this, do not get involved in nicotine products. And if you do, get Benson and Hedges because it's the cheapest. But don't get involved in it. And for any adults who are listening to this, you grown-ass people make your own decisions.
Well, since we're doing a
I'm just
disclaimer
going to say that,
anyway,
there you go.
if you are
Yeah.
going to vape, I do suggest that you buy a mod. Preferably something that is light enough to carry around that's not going to weigh your pockets down, because that's what took me back to the Elf bars in the first place. So I am
Because they were too bulky. Sorry, go ahead.
It was
Go ahead.
far too heavy. Like, I wear women's clothing, mostly.
No
right?
pockets.
Mostly. No pockets. Or the tiny pockets that you do get are far too small to put that chunky thing in my pocket. So
but you can, I assume, fit an elf bar in there.
I can fit an elf bar and my keys in like a jean pocket, which is why when I got my big mod, I didn't really want to take it out because it meant I had to wear like a coat because they have deeper pockets. And I don't want to wear a coat. I get very claustrophobic. I don't like having too much of a bulk. Like wearing a onesie is fine, wearing a very breathable big jumper is fine. But if you buy like women's jumpers, they're still tiny pockets, or a lot of my jumpers don't even have pockets. And I'm so sorry to get into this, like we should have covered that on the fashion episode.
No, go for it,
sure.
honestly. I mean, it's very frustrating, isn't it, not to have pockets?
Oh, it's infuriating. Because half the time, like who wants to carry around a bag, right? If I want to be walking down the street and I want to just have a quick little puff of my vape, because I will not go for my vape every minute of the day. If I get very into what I'm doing, I will not vape for many hours. If I sat straight in my like chair, just staring at my screen, doing some work, like getting everything done, I cannot touch that thing for like 6 hours. Like, it's only when a sort of stressful situation comes along that I find myself reaching for it, and I have anxiety, so when I'm out, I want to have a vape somewhere I can grab it quick.
Yeah, you want access to that because it brings the anxiety down, which is very understandable.
While we're talking about anxiety, I do kind of want to bring up something that happened to me literally like 2 days ago, and I'm not even kidding, I almost cried. So I was looking after my mum's cats, so I'm relating it back to the episode. We are talking about cats, and we will get there, but there's just so many things that we need to cover in this one thing, because a lot happens, right? There's a week between us filming these episodes, so we have a lot to say.
Happens.
Yeah. And sometimes you think of something and it's like, that should have gone in that episode, but that was like 2 weeks ago, and blah, blah, blah. It happens, right? So we're going to revisit a few topics just to keep you in the loop there. But basically, I forgot my tablets. For the purpose of making this easy, I'm going to call them drugs. I do want to say they are prescription. They are for something that I need, and I was like, I didn't take any with me. The packet that I had in my bag, I should have checked it because it was empty. It was empty.
Oh.
Yes, I know. So annoying.
Oh dear. So, yes, indeed.
Yeah, the last one I had was when I was out somewhere, and I didn't take it out and replace it when I got home because I was so tired. I brushed my teeth, I went to bed, and I passed out. So I forgot to check that there was some in there. So I was like, I need to go home, I need to grab my drugs, like half an hour walk. It turned into about 15 minutes because I was basically running because I knew that time was coming up that I would need them. Because if you don't take them at a specific time, I'm not going to say all my problems. I need to take them at the same time every day, and I'd already missed one day, and I was like, I cannot do that, so I need to rush to go get these before I have big problems.
And it's always very frightening, of course. I'm on one of those types of drugs too. I don't think they're necessarily for the same thing, but they are the same sort of thing where you have to have them at every interval exactly each day, otherwise bad things happen, and it's quite frightening when you forget and you're like, oh shit, I've got to run and get it.
I do have an alarm that goes off on my phone each day to be like, hey, you need to do it, so I don't forget, and if I'm like really focusing on what I'm doing, it snaps me out of that, so that I can just go, oh yeah, right, thank you. So at least some of me was a little bit smart, but obviously I didn't have them, so I had to go get them. I had to do half an hour walk, turned into 15 minutes. I chilled with my dad for a little bit, we chatted after I took my tablet, sorted myself out, like, had some hydration, because I was running, basically running. And, it came to like 4 in the afternoon, I was like, I should probably make a move back, because obviously I need to go take care of my mum's cats, like, they're on their own, I've been chilling with them. I didn't actually leave the radio on for them. My mum leaves the radio on when she goes out for them, but
that's a nice idea.
I left in such a rush that I forgot to do that, so I felt so bad. So I was trying to rush home, my foot was blistered. Got a lot of blisters at the moment. I'm going through the walls just a little bit.
That sounds it.
Yeah, but anyway, so I'm on my way back. I'm like halfway home. I'm like, okay, it's fine. I've got maybe an hour before they need to be fed, so I can give them a lot of attention and hopefully that they'll be alright, because Mum's cats, or two of Mum's cats, have anxiety. You cannot leave them unattended without anything going on to stimulate them. Otherwise they get rather upset. And I'm not even kidding. I mean, like, they rip up furniture, like, it's a whole thing. So I was like trying to rush back for those, and then I do just want to say I was wearing all black, right? This is a very crucial part of my story. The only thing that I wasn't wearing black was my bag, my rucksack, or my backpack for those American viewers or listeners, depending on what platform you're listening on. Thank you for being here, I appreciate you. So my bag is like purple and pink, and you can reverse it, so it's all sorts of multicolours, and the sun is out, so it's really bright, and boom, beautiful. And I see this group of 8 girls. It could have even been 10, I'm not sure. I just saw like a blur of skimpy clothes, long hair, very done up makeup, and I was like, oh no, I already know what's going to happen here. I already know that they are going to take one look at me, call me an emo. And sorry if I trigger anyone here. Sorry if I trigger anyone, but I am going to mention something. So if you don't like it, skip ahead like 3 minutes. So I get a little bit closer to them, and they're like, oh, emo, do you still cut yourself at night? And I was like, oh, okay, that's nice. So I try and ignore them. I walk past them, and they're just saying, oh, emo, and blah, 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 like all these things that you would relate to emo, being like, oh, what music do you listen to? I bet it's crap, and all of that. And I'm like, I can't let this go now. I can't. They are not educated enough. So I turn round and I'm like, I look her up and down. We're like judging her. I give it a minute and I go, basic bitch. And I turn around and walk away. What do they do?
Sweet.
What do they do? They all stop.
What do they do?
And they turn.
Ooh.
And I'm like, uh-oh, what did I just do? And I'm not even kidding. I picked up my pace that it wouldn't be too noticeable, and I realised there is a dad and a child in front of me, like quite far away, but in front of me. And I was like, shit, I just swore, and there is a young child there. And
I'm sure that's not so terrible.
As a 23-year-old, I was like, oh. And they start yelling more abuse at me. Like, same stuff over and over. It's like, what are you? Like, 10? 12? What are you, 13? And they were like, no, actually, I'm 15. And she flipped her hair, this, like, queen bee who was shouting all this abuse at me. They're all just, like, there, death staring me. And I was like, okay. So they start yelling, emo, gonna go kill yourself later. And I was like, oh. Okay, so I turn around once again after speeding up a little bit. I'm like, bye besties, have a great day. Have the best day ever. Oh my god, love you so much. And I'm not even kidding. I turned back around and I sped up even more. And the guy had just reached the park with his child. And as I'm walking past him, like I'm almost in tears because that has scared me. I am an introvert and I've just gone and done something that I wish I could have done in school. Like,
well done for doing it.
I genuinely thought they were going to follow me. Anyway, this dad says to me, just ignore them. And I was like, thank you. I tried. I couldn't let that go. And he's like, I get it. And I was like, I'm not going to lie, I thought they were going to follow me. And he was like, if they did, I would have been on your side. And I was like, oh my god, I could have hugged him. I genuinely could have hugged him. I was gonna cry. That was
It's lovely when a stranger sort of helps to stand up for you a little bit, isn't it? It's always
Yeah.
pleasant.
It was really nice. He kind of looked a little bit worried for me as well when I was like, having a little conversation with him, because obviously my heart was palpitating anyway. My BPM was so high. And then,
Well, it's a very scary situation.
yeah, I mean, there was 8, maybe 10 of them. It was a sea of girls. It was a sea of very tanned skin as well. I was like, oh, okay.
The fake tan.
It wasn't fake tan. It wasn't like that bad. Genuinely, I was like, okay, that's kind of nice and refreshing to see that people aren't turning themselves orange. But
Yes.
they were wearing the skimpiest of outfits. I don't think they chose really dark colours if it was fake tan, because it looked nice. They just weren't nice on the inside, so they're not going to look nice on
Yes,
the
I know what you
outside to
mean.
me ever again. But
They weren't the British clone troopers, as I like to call them, where it's all the same outfit, all the same pineapple head haircut, all dyed blonde, all fake tanned. You know the sort. I mean,
they weren't all blonde, actually. I was really quite surprised.
yes,
it's like-
I'm surprised at their differentiation from one another,
Oh, yeah.
yet their mob mindset.
Oh, yeah. They fully had that whole, what's the movie? Mean Girls vibe about them, except
Oh yes,
it was
yeah.
Mean Girls times, like, 4.
Oof.
Yeah.
I must admit, I get a fair bit of crap myself whenever I'm out and about, because I live directly on a school route.
Yeah.
So all the kids chuck out of the school that's near where I live, and if I'm out and about, I'm an eccentric-looking chap. I'm bald. I'm too young to be bald, really, and I walk around in suits that look like they were made from about 80 years ago. So I'm quite an easy target for these kids, and it's a bit of a nightmare to have to deal with them without the sort of response one would want to put in.
Yeah.
I will admit to sticking my foot out a little bit as one, as one walk by every now and then, just to make a point. But yes, it's an absolute nightmare, and it's quite intimidating, I expect, when you're that outnumbered as well.
I
by
really
people.
was outnumbered by quite a bit. Like, if they wanted to beat me up, they could have, but I wouldn't have gone down without a fight.
No, indeed.
The thing
I
that I
dare
would
say you
have
would have left your mark.
been most annoyed about would be that they broke my glasses, because I would then have to go back to my dad's to try and get another pair. So that would
We have
be
to
rather
start them.
infuriating.
Start it all over again, yes.
Yeah, and considering my foot was already bleeding at that point anyway, it's like, I don't want to.
No, certainly something you wouldn't want to have to deal with.
No, but yeah, it was really scary, and I don't think I'm fully over that yet. I mean, it's just a few
No, I'm
days
sorry you
ago.
had to deal
I
with
keep
it.
thinking about it. I didn't tell anyone about it, but I do wonder if that dad thought I was a child myself.
I mean, you are quite small.
I am quite
So it's possible.
small. Yeah, I'm like 5'4", but he was a tall chap, so in his eyes I could have been like 5 foot, maybe 5'2" at a push. But also, I feel like I look younger than I actually am a lot of the time. I get mistaken for a child.
You're the opposite of me. I look a lot older than I am, and you look a lot younger than you are, I think, definitely.
Yeah, I always get ID'd when it comes to like energy drinks, unless it's in a convenience store where they
It's not
literally
happened
don't
to me
care.
in 4 years. That's not happened to me in 4 years.
Honestly, I wouldn't worry about it. People are like,
Oh, no, I
yeah,
think
it's
it's
so
a
good
boon.
to get carded. It's really nice. It's a compliment, and it's like, actually, no, it's just really annoying.
It's an embuggerance. Yeah. It's annoying to have to get carded continually.
Yeah. And
I understand
I
that.
put up with that literally every time I go and get drinks. Like, my younger brother, he is a year younger than me. Okay, so he's 22. If we're out and getting drinks together, if I've got something in my bag that is on top of my purse, I will send him in with my card and say, you're getting the drinks, I will just stay outside. Purely for the fact, he does not get carded.
I think it happens a lot less with men as well.
Yes.
Also,
It's not that I can't even word it.
It's alright, take the time you
I'm
need.
struggling. Yeah. I think I've just brought up all of the emotions of how I felt against that group of girls. Like, it's
Yeah,
hit
it's a
me
very
again,
scary
like,
thing to have to deal with.
because I wasn't sweating before that. When I got home, or back to my mum's, I was like, I need to shower now. Like, genuinely started palpitating, like, getting really warm. I was basically mid-panic attack, which I haven't had one of those in a long time. And then suddenly, out of nowhere, I just get, like, this bullying. And it's like, oh, okay, cool. Thanks. I didn't think
Did you ever get people... Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
I didn't think I was going to talk about it on this podcast. Go.
I was just going to ask, did you ever get people throw shit at you?
Mhm.
Because I've had that before, and it's really annoying.
Yeah, in school
But-
they'd throw like food and paper, a few books sometimes. I mean, someone said
Tell you
I
what,
had a
sorts out your
weird-shaped head.
reflexes. A weird-shaped head?
Yeah, so I think he's gay now. I think,
I see.
but we were in geography, as you do. Like, we were dating, maybe, potentially. I don't know. It was a weird situation. I could tell he was a little bit like that way. Like, he swung the other way a little bit, but I don't think he knew that
Yeah.
yet.
But, well, very often people know before the person themselves knows, I think, with stuff like that.
It's actually really sad. I think I've dated 3 gay guys now. Maybe 4, actually.
I've sort of failed to date one person who I thought was a lesbian but was interested in me. That was embarrassing.
So you've just got
But
it
I'm
the other
good.
way.
Yes, I had it the other way.
I've got it one
but
way, you've got it the other.
Indeed. But yes, do go on with what you were going to say.
Yeah, so we were sat in geography, and one day he just turns round to me and says, "You have a really weird shaped head." And that has stuck with me forever. I do not wear my hair up outside of the house. Like, at home,
'Cause I've-
it's either in a ponytail or a bun, but if I go out, it's down. I don't care if it's
I've
half
seen
up,
you-
but it's down a lot of the time. I mean, yeah, there are moments where I'm too overstimulated that I do have to put it up, but I will try and go to somewhere a little bit secluded,
Indeed.
to go do that and feel comfortable with myself.
Well, I've seen you with your hair up and your hair down, and I don't think you've got a weird-shaped head. I think you've got a very normal-shaped head. I've got a weird-shaped head. I've got no... You know how most people have a skull that sort of bulges out slightly between neck and head?
Yeah.
The way that's sort of like at the back of your head sort of bulges out slightly a little bit. Well, my head's just a clean transition. It just goes head, neck. It's all one thing. That's a weird-shaped head.
So
Fairly sure your head is fairly normal
You're
shaped,
a
so I
shark.
wouldn't worry about that.
you're a shark. If there's no, like, clear bit where it's like, oh, that's head, that's neck, and it's just her neck, you're a shark.
Yes, I am a shark in that sense, I suppose.
What are you, a man or a mouse?
I'm a shark.
You're a shark. I am a
Well,
shark also, but not in the her neck department. It's the I have too many teeth.
You have too many teeth.
I do, yeah.
I see. Intriguing.
Yeah, I might just leave it at that. We'll save that for another episode,
Yes,
maybe.
we will. So
Yeah,
I'm aware we've gone on a colossal tangent, haven't
It's
we?
fine. I've enjoyed it. I hope the
As
viewers
have
have
I.
enjoyed it. Obviously,
Indeed.
the bulk of our episode is about pets and things, so we do have a lot. I'll
Indeed.
throw us back in with another question.
Yes, please
Oh.
do.
Actually, I want to say, your cat reminds me of Mrs. Norris from Harry Potter.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Talking of that, my dad does an incredibly good impression of Argus Filch.
Oh.
So I shall get him to pick up Mrs. Miggins, and I'll get him to put on a wig, and I'll
my
record
God.
for you his impersonation
Yes,
of Argus
please.
Filch.
That would be absolutely amazing.
Indeed. Yes, I shall endeavour to make that a little excerpt we can put into one of these podcasts one day,
Yeah.
with his consent, of
That'll
course.
be a surprise if he says yes.
It will be a shock if he says yes, but it'll be rather intriguing. But yes, what is the next question? What is the question you have?
I do just want to say I'm so sure I have written my notes so quickly that I didn't even realise that it's so funny. One of my questions, it's not the question I was going to ask. It doesn't make any sense anyway. The question is, when is your cat's number? That doesn't make sense.
I'm assuming that means when's my cat's birthday?
Yes, it is meant to be that.
I have no idea because we got her at 1 year old and they didn't document it. But we got her, I think it was it's April the 21st, I want to say. Sometime in April.
My birthday.
Yes, indeed it is. Yes. And, so I think we got her sometime there, so we just call that her birthday instead. When is Ashley's birthday?
It's so funny. I'm terrible with birthdays, and it's so funny because I actually called myself out on one of my streams at one point, literally a few days ago. Or a few weeks ago, something like that. It was sort of recent in the time of when we're recording this. Surprise, these aren't coming out for a bit.
Indeed.
Yeah, we got lots of work to put in. It's not just the recording that goes into it, and obviously we both have different projects that take precedence. This is just a side thing. So whenever these are ready, enough of them are ready, that's when we'll put them out. So you are listening to things that have happened probably a few months ago, or maybe even a year ago. You never know. But if it is a year ago, ta-da, we're not going to run out of stock. So strap in. We're probably going to have a lot to say, and a lot of episodes will come out for your viewing pleasure.
Quite so, and of course a lot of the reason that it takes so long to bring these out is you have to edit around all my grumpy old manning about the internet and stuff like that, which is it's like a granddad saying something racist at the middle of Christmas dinner. You sort of got to edit that bit out. Not that I do say anything racist, but it's that sort of thing.
There are a few bits where we stumble and I trip over my words all the time, so I try and cut as much of that out as possible. But again, this is a side project. It's not something that I can put all my time and effort into because it's not out yet, and I don't have the following to be able to do that so far. So my actual work stuff comes first, so it's like streaming on Twitch and my own YouTube channel, because obviously this is Leo's YouTube channel. The lovely founder of the Rounded Eyeglass on Etsy.
Oh, you are too kind.
Go check it out. We need to just plug that more. If anything, we are sponsored by the Rounded Eyeglass on Etsy.
Quite so, and yes, just a little promotional plug here because I shall mercilessly promote myself now. We do all sorts of things, mostly miniatures and curiosities for various games and hobbies, usually surrounding things like D&D and Warhammer and all the other tabletop role-playing and wargaming things. Come and see what we have. We have anything from adorable little animals to horrific eldritch horrors and various other bits and bobs. Anyway, back to the episode and to what Lily was saying.
Not back to the episode. Question about the business while we're plugging it. Will you be branching out to D&D dice?
I dare say in the not too distant future.
Yeah.
It's certainly something I see in the not too distant future. I'd say that's probably an end of year or beginning of next year target because they take a particular form of creation which isn't exactly the Rounded Eyeglass business model currently. We use resin printers, and that would be resin mold based creation, but there is no reason why that's impossible.
Alright,
so hell yeah.
Because of the time frame of this maybe going out in the distant future, go check it out because they're probably already there.
Yes, that is true. They probably are already there.
Would you be offering custom dice?
If people want custom colour, I'm sure I'd be able to do so. It would take a little longer to do it because, of course, we won't always have all the colours in stock at any one time. But yes, absolutely. If someone wants a specific colour or a mixture of colours, or they want something included in their dice, then hell yeah.
Okay.
I'm sure if they give the Rounded Eyeglass a message, we'll be able to organise something custom for you. Certainly.
Just throwing something out there. We could put our cat's fur in these dice, so then if you love us and our cats that much, you can have a piece of our cat. I'm more than
Indeed.
happy to do that.
I'm also more than happy to do that, although I will say that it'll be a very limited run because I don't want a shaven-headed Mrs. Miggins running around.
No, I'm saying my cat molts so much. There is genuinely like 4 patches on my bed since I've been gone. So she's missed me so much that she's just been on my bed all the time. So I can just put those in like a money bag or something, like a resealable bag. Why? I don't know why
That's
I
a
said
very
a
good
money
idea.
bag.
Well, it's a very
A
British thing,
Ziploc
isn't it? A money
bag.
bag. Just for any of the audience who don't use money bags, or I think they're a bit out of fashion now, aren't they? So I
think
guess
they
our
are,
younger
yeah.
members of the audience as well. A money bag isn't like one of those cartoon sacks with the dollar sign on the back of it. It's a small foldable plastic bag that you put change into that you take to the bank to pay in,
Yeah.
or you use for a float in a till in a shop. It's probably where you've seen money bags before. But yeah,
I've
there you go.
used many money bags. In fact, I have a coin collection, which
Very nice.
maybe we'll talk about our random hobbies one day, because that might be an
Yes.
interesting episode, because I have
Yes.
so many new shiny projects that have all of the sparkles and all of the dopamine too. So I think talking about all of our hobbies would be so cool.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, we should just do a big old hyper-focused splurge of our hobbies on one podcast one day. Definitely.
Yeah, so if you want that,
Definitely.
definitely say that in the comments below so that we know that you're feeling our vibes. And if you are feeling our vibes, drop a little subscribe. It does
Indeed.
the world of good. If we can make money from this, you never know. You might actually get more than one podcast a week, because we have so much to talk about. Genuinely,
Oh, yes.
I have enough episode ideas to last until next year. At minimum. Minimum.
I think we have, as you say, an abundance of stuff to talk about. I doubt we'll ever run out. And yes, if you want to see more of it, please do leave a subscribe. We do, of course, very much appreciate your interest, and we're very grateful for it.
Yeah.
So please do show that interest if you have it, and come back and see us again.
Okay.
Like, comment, subscribe.
So, going back to the whole thing, Ashley's birthday is the 27th of March, and as of 2025, she is 8 years old. That's my baba. Yeah. Right, next
Very good
question. Right, okay, so this is kind of a double-parter.
Okay.
Do you know your cat's microchip number?
No.
Right. I do, only because I had to try and change her address. Right, so
Oh,
I have
yes, I
some
remember, yeah.
whinging to do about this, because
By all means.
yeah, my vets that I went to, she microchipped her, and then I moved house, kind of recently, like in 2025. No, 2024. 2024. Yeah, I moved house in 2024.
Yeah.
I'm so lost with all of the years. Oh my.
Indeed.
So-
But yeah, it was last year, wasn't it? So
Yeah,
yes. Or,
yeah.
yeah.
So that's fun. I hadn't realised it's been that long. That's rather a lot, but that's fine. It's all good. So I went to the vets. I was like, I looked up how to change her microchip and blah blah blah, because I was like, oh, do you have to take one out and put one in? They don't do that. They don't take one out and put one in. They only ever put one in. You cannot get it taken out. So even if you get like a second-hand cat, I know that sounds weird, but you can get a cat off of someone who has a microchip. They just need to change the details over to you, who is buying. And yeah, it's a little bit weird, because I went to them and they were like, oh, you need to do that online. And I was like, well, I looked online. It's going to cost me £30 to £40, right? That's UK money.
Ooh.
I am going to change that into dollars. I'm going to do the Googling real quick.
That's a lot of money, though.
It really is.
For a bit of admin, that is a lot of money.
Yeah, and it's what, 3 lines? 3 lines.
Yeah, at most.
Okay, let's go £35, so we get the middle. So that would be about 46.76. So $47, basically.
USD, of course.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm not converting it to everything, because that would take probably all night and the rest of the time that we have, so that these episodes aren't majorly long. I believe we have an episode that is like 2 hours, 30 minutes, something around that.
Longer even, I think, like 3 hours or something.
It may feel like a 3-hour one, I don't know. But, yeah, it's definitely interesting.
Indeed.
So
yeah, that's a lot of money to have to transfer those details or change those details.
yeah, so you had to pay like £30 or $40 to do it yourself. When we phoned up, the woman on the other end, she was like, oh, well, I could do it now for you for £40. So that's probably around $50, which is quite a lot of money when you think about it.
Mm.
So much money. I have been spending more money, like, in American dollars, because I've been going to these different American websites and buying things there. I think I spent, like, $83 on some coffee powder. It's called Madrina's. It's great. Well, I haven't tried it yet, but I've heard some very glowing reviews from one of my close friends. And she put me onto it in the first place, and I was like, I'm going to try it. Come payday, I'm ordering it. So it's probably going to take a while. I did mention in episode 1, I think, that I've ordered some shoes. I think
Yep, I recall that, yeah.
Yeah. So it's been 30 days, or over 30 days, so I think it's 35 days as of today, since I ordered. I have not had a tracking number. They have not emailed me saying sorry for the delay. So I messaged them, I emailed them, and I had to do a big complaint and be like, excuse you, where is my order? And that's putting it nicely. I really went in. In fact, I could probably read the email, right? That would be fun. That would be a fun group activity.
Well, I dare say go for it.
Yeah, I said, hello, I placed an order with you on the 15th of April, and I haven't received a tracking number. Is there any way you could help? My order number was... And then I'm not going to tell you my order number, so you can't steal my stuff. And they got back to me 3 days later. 3 days! Right, I've placed an order with them. I've been waiting over a month for my items and they have not arrived. I thought I was getting scammed. I still might be getting scammed, and I will keep you updated on the future episodes if they actually arrive or not.
Yes, indeed. I'll be very curious to see if they do.
But yeah, they got back to me and they said, dear buyer, sorry for the delay in delivery. Your order has been still waiting in line for delivery. It is a busy season of shipping, so it got delayed in the warehouse. And sorry that we have not been able to reconfirm the ETA currently. Right? There is no reconfirm about it. They did not even confirm it. They did not send me a tracking number and then go, oh, actually, no, we haven't been able to dispatch that yet. So sorry. And then they said, I will urge the warehouse to ship your order ASAP. Thanks for your understanding. And I was like, excuse you? Excuse you?
Very presumptuous of them.
So naturally, I had to respond.
Of course. What did you say?
I need a drink before this tea.
Make it so.
Yeah.
Is it tea Earl Grey hot, funnily enough, talking of those references?
It's not. I do not like Earl Grey, and I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to break your
not
heart.
at all.
But you can think about it as in, I will not touch your Earl Grey. So you're
That is
safe.
true. The Earl Grey is safe. Just as a quick tangent, if you don't mind me going off on one, that convention that we've been sort of talking about, planning to sort out, when I went at the start of this year, I did have my own special reserve of Earl Grey tea that I took with me. Not by intention, but I just sort of happened that way that I bought some on the way, and I was the only one that drank it, and I felt very safe and protected that no one else liked it while I was there. But anyway, that's enough of my tangent. Tell me more about the situation at hand.
Yeah, so I had to respond using quotes from their website, right? Things that they tell their customers. Your website says fast shipping, and you did not notify about the delay. It's been over a month. I have no tracking number. I have been more than patient. Please send the tracking or full refund. Your process says 1 day, but it's been far longer. Thank you. So I've been really nice about that. I have been...
Yep, you've been very patient.
I have been so patient, I'm not even kidding. I love these shoes. I do not want them to get refunded. I want them to arrive, but it's been over a month, and it does feel kind of scammy now. I might genuinely have been scammed out of... Hold on, how much was it? It is in dollars. And, like, don't get me wrong, it was kind of cheap, but not in the way of, I would argue that. So, my order total was $37.86, and that is US dollars.
That's still quite some considerable amount.
So that's around 30
Certainly not just...
GB pounds. Great British
Yeah,
pound.
GBP.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think, I mean, that's not an inconsiderable amount of money, so definitely don't let that go. Don't let them screw you over.
I'm really not. The only problem is I did not pay with PayPal, I don't believe. PayPal give you 180 days to, like, argue your cause, and if... It took them 3 days to respond to my original email in the first place, and that was after I waited a whole entire month and a few days extra. So, I may have left it too long in order to actually argue for a refund through my bank, to be like, this has not happened, I need you to sort my problem, because this seems rather scammy. Like, I might have just been scammed, and I need you to get my money back. I need you to refund it to my account. It does feel like that. I'm not going to panic about it too much at the moment.
No, I wouldn't worry, but even still, it's definitely something to be conscious of with those people, that they might try to mess you about more than they already have.
Well, if it is, I will then warn the viewers on what website to avoid. So I'm not above calling people out when they make mistakes.
Go for it. Yeah, if they end up screwing you over, then definitely make it as public as possible.
Oh, absolutely, because if I'm making a loss here, at least then someone could maybe save their money.
Precisely that. I mean, if you can spread the word as best you can, then fantastic, because those people are going to go out of business pretty damn quick after that point.
Well, it just depends how, like, far we reach. Especially if I
I'm
use
sure
the
we can.
podcast to then be like, look, don't buy from these people. I got scammed, here's my story. Don't do the same. Like, be better than me. Because if I can't get that money back, then it's a big problem in the end.
Yeah, and if we can stop people spending their money on them in the first place, then that's at least some good that we've done. Which is very good.
Yeah.
But, yes, continuing the subject on cats and such like, shall we move forward to our little plan we had of celebrities as animals?
I do have something else before we get into that. I have a story time about my cat.
Oh, please do.
I have another question first. Is one cat enough?
I think it depends on your purposes. That's a very good question, though.
Do you desire the full collection?
Ooh, well, I think each cat is so unique in its personality.
Yes.
And that's one of the best things about them, but it can also be one of the worst when you have multiple. Because if they don't get on and one cat's been around for longer, then it can become a toxic environment for the cats, and there can be health repercussions. But if you get them both at the same time, or many cats at the same time, I think then it's all right. But they are harder to. I think train's the wrong term, but they're harder to teach certain behaviours if you have lots at once. So I suppose it depends on what you're willing to do, as in like how far you're willing to go in in making sure your cats are disciplined, in the sense that they don't shit on the carpet. I can say that now, can't I? We're over
Yes,
the time. Yeah,
yes.
wonderful, wonderful. Yeah, in which case, making sure that your cats don't shit on the carpet, for example, is quite important. But obviously, cats are cats; they're going to do what they want. They're not dogs.
Mm.
Um, so I think I would never have more than 3 cats at one
Okay.
time. I would say that.
I'd maybe go for 4.
Yeah, that is
If
like the cat
someone,
starter pack, isn't it?
if I had 4 and then someone said to me, hey, I can't keep this cat any longer, I need it to go to a good home, I wouldn't say no, because I do feel bad about those sort of things. And if it's a friend, they can just come around and visit their cat. Like, it's cool.
Yeah,
We're like
exactly.
time sharing a cat in a way, but they just pop round more often for a cuppa and a cuddle, you know? So
Yeah, which is lovely.
I'd be happy for that, but I do at least want 2, because Ashley is genuinely a well-behaved cat. Like, she
Does seem it.
she doesn't really do anything too bad, other than scratch the carpet sometimes, but I kind of agree with her. I don't like that carpet either. She only scratches one specific carpet, and it's blue, and it's kind of really old, so the fact that she's wrecking it is kind of working in my favour, to be like, oh look, we need to replace it. Oh no. So, you know, it's
Yes,
working.
you're working in collaboration with one
Oh, yeah.
another, like a coven.
She's picked
Yeah.
up my vibe and gone, I got you, Mum. I got you. Don't
Which
worry
is
about it,
fantastic.
Mumsy.
You're in sync as
Yeah.
individuals. You are in sync. Yes.
That specific carpet has gone through a lot. Like, I had... Oh, I can't tell that story. That is for another episode. There's been many drinks spilled on that carpet. There has been shit walked on it due to a carer. And like it's been through a lot. It's been there for many years. It hasn't been replaced. It's getting kind of old. It's kind of falling apart a little bit before my cat even got her claws on it. So it's like it could do with it at this point. It's not an if, it's a when. But the when is until we know that people aren't going to be dragging whatever they've got on their shoes onto the carpet. Like, it was a carer that covered our carpets in shit. Maybe I should have
Highly
used that
unprofessional.
as a poop story for episode 2.
Perhaps so,
Yeah.
but I dare say we can do Poop Part 2 Electric Boogaloo at some point, so...
I don't know. I just say the story now in very, very quick terms. So, there was this carer, he turns up, and when we looked back at the cameras, you could see that as he was walking up to the house, both of his sides of the shoes were literally caked in feces.
Ooh.
Like, I'm not even
Ooh.
kidding. It was up the sides. He was wearing trainers. The sides of the trainers were white. It was up both sides on both feet.
That's grim.
Right? Yeah. And he tried to say, oh no, I must have stepped in it from my nan's pad. And it's like, I'm sorry. I have cleaned her up enough times. Like, I have changed that woman so many times that I know what her shit consistency is, and I know what the smell is like. That is really horrible to say, but I fucking know that, and I will defend that to the end of the world, right? I know what
Well,
her
you're familiar
shit's
with
like.
it.
Yes, because I have to do a clean-up at least once every 2 days. I'm not even kidding. So, I end up doing the carer's job quite a lot, because 2 carers is not enough. Like,
No.
one in the morning, one
No,
in the
indeed.
evening, you just can't. Sometimes she throws it on the floor, but that is her own thing. Like, it's dementia, I don't blame her. Obviously, it's very annoying and very horrible at the time. But she can't help it. She doesn't remember
No,
doing it. You can't blame her.
No, exactly. It's not our fault at all.
We evolved from basically monkeys, so it kind of makes sense that you'd revert back to factory settings when you lose your mind. So
Precisely that.
I'm not angry about it. I'm only angry in the moment when it's like, great, I'm going to have to, like, scrub the floors again. I'm going to scrub the radiator and the walls, and then I'm going to have to change her and the bedding and depends if she puts it on the table as well. But anyway, this guy comes in, does the morning change. He's there for respite that day, so he sits down in the chair, like just waiting for us to leave, basically, so we can go out and get some shopping, like food shopping.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that got cancelled because my dad actually ended up helping him scrub the carpet. It genuinely was everywhere. But he was sat down in the chair. My dad took out his camera and started taking pictures of his shoes.
Well, I suppose it needed to be done
Yeah.
to prove the damages. But,
Well, either the guy couldn't smell it or he was just waiting for us to leave so that he could clean his shoes off and then be like, well, it wasn't me.
I
Yeah.
expect the latter.
Dad clocked it. It was all over the carpets. Like, it was the living room carpet, which is where my nan lives and sleeps, and the hallway, the kitchen. It was even in the garden. It was nasty. I don't even know how it wasn't in the conservatory, but it wasn't in the conservatory, luckily. So, no idea how that happened, but it genuinely was everywhere downstairs, other than the dining room. No one goes in the dining room. That room is shut off for now. We don't utilise it. But, so it was everywhere, and after Dad, like, pointed it out, he went outside, he took his shoes off, he rinsed them off, he kind of scrubbed them a little bit, and then started scrubbing the carpet, which meant we couldn't go out, because Dad was scrubbing the carpet along with him. And it was so funny, in the incident report, this carer said in the report,
Daddy Pig.
was not happy. That is such an understatement, right?
That's the understatement of the century.
That's a direct quote. He was fuming. I would have been too.
Oh.
I think it's so
It feels... It is. It feels like, you know, when like there's a kids show on like Peppa Pig, and the narrator was like, "Daddy Pig was not happy." That's what that gives me. That's what that's giving.
I'm just going to cut that section there and insert it where I said my dad's name. Daddy Pig is not happy. That is going in. Brilliant.
That's really tickled me.
Yeah, that is great. Oh, so funny. Yeah, this guy, and then he didn't come round for the longest time. I think it was about 2 months before he came back, right, just to finish off this story. Like, he left after the respite time, which we didn't actually get because we stayed in. I couldn't leave without Dad to go shopping, and Dad was scrubbing the carpet. There was not enough room for all three of us to be downstairs on our hands and knees scrubbing the ever-living shit.
Quite literally.
Out of the carpet. Yeah. We didn't have a scrubbing
chaos.
brush. It was nail brushes only. And then we had a wet vac. And that was all that we could do. So you had to get the bulk of it up, then sort of scrub it in, like, a direction that wasn't more into the, like, smush it more into the fibres. And then you had to wet vac it up. Genuinely, clean up took over 3 hours.
Oh, these rusks.
It was nasty. I'm not even kidding. It was genuinely everywhere.
It's just that carer.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck did he step in
It gets
to
better.
be that bad? I mean, it gets better.
Oh, it gets better. So he didn't come back round for like 2 months until he was forced to by his boss. He was genuinely avoiding us.
He was mortified, I expect.
And one day he had to come back because he was scheduled to and they couldn't get anyone else to do it, so it was so funny. So he turned up and my dad asked, "Did you have any shit in your car, like on your pedals or on the floor?" This guy did not like that. He then put in a report against my dad saying my dad was mocking him. Mocking him?
Really?
Yes. He doesn't know what mocking means.
This man.
That man.
Who is this guy? I mean, the audacity.
I know.
It's like, if you tracked shit through my house, I would not let you back in my house before I checked your shoes for you, before I'd
we
made
actually
sure.
We did.
Good,
We
good,
did. Yeah.
good. Because Jesus, the audacity on this guy.
Yeah. Yeah, and he had
I
the
don't know.
audacity to put in a report and be like, that man was mocking me.
Oh,
Excuse me, what is the actual definition of mocking? Because clearly someone needs to point it out to him.
yes, I think you're right. They really do, don't they?
Yeah.
Oof.
I'm not
Drives me up
actually
the
going
wall,
to
that.
throw up pictures of all of these things, because I do have pictures of the carpets, how caked they were, his shoes after he gave them a rinse, because it was in all the little slatty bits at the bottom, the tread, because it was like a crisscrossy thing, so it was all like stuffed in there. It was probably from his previous client.
Were they trainers he was wearing?
Oh yeah, trainers.
So I must admit, it's one of the upsides to wearing the sort of shoes I do. I usually wear Oxford shoes, not because they're smart or anything, but because now I have a horrible habit of stepping in shit. But I do it if there's shit to step on, I'll step on it. So they're nice, easy, clean. You just literally just wipe it off and it's gone. You don't have to worry about it again. I love it. That's why I wear Oxfords all the time. Because it's an issue.
That is
But anyway,
a
yes.
nice thing to just be able to give it a wipe off and it's done.
Exactly, it's completely painless then, providing I check my soles of my feet before I go into somebody's house or something, unlike that guy. But yes.
No, he was absolutely clueless. I mean, in that last carer company, because that was our old one, obviously we have a new one now, partly because
Which
of
is
that
good.
issue and partly because there were so many more incidents that just seemed to happen. Like, every week there was something new. They did something wrong every time they came into the house. It was like, and you're meant to be trained. Like, genuinely, I could do a whole episode just on my own telling you everything about this, but I can't. I'm actually not allowed to at the moment. There is a criminal case on this, so I can't send
Yes.
any sort of information to anyone. Like, telling that story is literally just a little bit of a risk.
I mean, I think we've only said what is
What is necessary?
legally allowed to say and what is necessary to understand the story. So, not too many issues, I think, which is good. But yes, I think we should be legally safe with that, with what we've said so far.
Right. Okay, where did we leave off? We need to get back on topic. It's so funny. I'd love a second
do.
cat so that my cat can train a kitten to be exactly like she is, because she is absolutely lovely. Anyway,
Yes.
story time. So, I think, actually it might not be a well-known thing, but Thursdays I like to stream on Twitch. That's where I stream, and then my VODs go
Indeed.
onto my YouTube channel. Please check me out. I will be linked down in the comment description below. I am currently trying to grind for the 500 subscribers.
So do go over and subscribe and like and
Yeah.
watch. Yes, indeed.
Yeah. I think I have my hours at this point. I'm just a little bit off of the 500, so
In which case, subscribe and like, please.
yes! You don't even need to watch my videos. Just stay subscribed for like 2 years. I would really appreciate it. Or just stay subscribed forever. It doesn't really make a difference to you. You don't even have to have notifications turned on. I won't be mad, but if you do want to check out my stuff, that is also amazing, and I would appreciate you very, very much.
Indeed.
Anyway, so one Thursday,
Yes.
I was streaming, and it was so funny. Like, I was just hanging out. I was actually playing Palia, I believe. So if you do go over to my YouTube channel and you find my first Palia VOD, because it is the first like Palia video that I have made that goes on my channel, well, is on my channel. Sorry. Tenses. I don't know what they are. There is a point where my dad comes into the room and says, "Your cat has just jumped out of my window." Like, he genuinely comes in and he's like, "Your cat's just jumped out my window." I'm like, "Okay. Sorry guys, I'm gonna have to leave you waiting here a second." And I go entirely AFK. I did leave that bit in the video purely for the fact of when I come back it's quite funny. So you've got the little bit of tension before I come back and explain what has actually happened. But you are gonna get the story time here as well. So be blessed. Be blessed.
Quite so.
You are blessed. I'm getting too far up my own arse now. I need to like tone it
It
down.
is important. It is important to treasure oneself.
Yeah. Anyway, so she jumps out the window. We do have a conservatory. My dad has his window above the conservatory, so if she jumped out of my window, it would have been more of a oh shit panic time, but instead it was not that far to fall. I do have the video. The video is going in here, so you are going to see it happen. She has actually done it twice, right? So once on that Thursday and then another time as well, so depending on how long I take to talk, you'll see it both times. It's so funny, she will not do it in the daytime, but as soon as it turns night, she is so interested in that window and jumping out of it. It's like, what is going on? Like, what are you trying to chase? Is there a bird out there? No, I don't think so. Maybe she wants a moth or something, I don't know. Anyway, so she jumps out the window.
Knows?
I go into my dad's room, I'm like, oh my god, what are you doing? Like, I'm leaning out the window trying to talk to my cat, like, hey, come here. I'm trying to lean out the window and grab her by a scruff to pull her back in, because I'm, like, worried, Mum. I'm like, no, come here, child. I want you to be safe. So my dad goes all the way downstairs and all the way to the other end of the garden to where he stores his ladders, which is the shed. And he grabs his ladder. He comes all the way up to where she was, like, opposite his window that I'm leaning out of. I've got the laser pointer out at that point, and I'm trying to just keep her in front of the window so she's not walking around the edge, because she did actually start to follow him as he went outside to go get the ladders, and I was like, uh-oh. No. So I grabbed the laser, I'm like, come here, look, little fun toy that you can play with, and I was trying to, like, get her to jump up the wall so again I could grab her by a scruff. Did not work. So Dad's just setting up the ladders, and I grab a bag of treats. The window is wide open. I just give it a little shake. Like that Dreamies advert, she jumped right back in the window.
So the adverts are accurate. Good to know.
Yeah, not to, like, boast about the brand, because it wasn't actually Dreamies, it was the Felix treats, because she is a Felix cat. She actually looks like the Felix cat a little bit.
Yes, she does actually, now you mention it. You're entirely right.
Yeah.
Yes, the our cat, Migs, she's a Whiskers cat. She loves Whiskers and Dreamies, but Whiskers for the most part.
I've never
That's
tried
her kind of thing.
Ashley on Whiskers, and Farm Foods, which is where I get her food from. They have
Big
not...
up Farm Foods, they're amazing.
I love Farm Foods, but I do have one qualm with them at the moment. And that is they have not had her food on the get 3 boxes of 40 pouches for £30.
See, that's pretty damn good.
In like a good few weeks. So that's $40.08 for 3 boxes of cat food that will last me just over 4 months, probably. So that's basically a tenner a month on cat food, which I think is pretty good.
That is incredibly good.
$10 a month, sorry. That's like 5 something. I'm bad with math. I have to use...
Be about $7.50 a month.
You mean £7.50?
Sorry, £7.50, yeah.
Yeah, I
£7.50,
was saying
$10. Yeah.
GBP for dollars, and you were doing it the other way around. I love it.
Yes, my brain melted, I'm afraid.
We're a little bit in sync tonight. It's so funny.
I think so, yes, indeed. But yes, so it'd be... Yes, it's 75 cents on the dollar roughly at the moment, I think, just for ease of conversion. I'm terrible at maths, so don't listen to me at any point whenever I talk about anything to do with maths.
We're not a math podcast, so we don't need to be
No,
perfect.
thankfully. But yes, shall we continue on to the next?
I have
the next
one
segment.
last tiny little thing, like very, very, very tiny. It will
Go for
literally
it.
take like 2 seconds. All right. So your cat likes to go outside, yeah?
Yes.
How would you feel if your cat turned up like that? I forgot to crop it for you, but it will be cropped for the video.
Oh.
How would you feel if your cat turned up like that?
You've cheated on me. That's what I would say if I saw her like that.
Honestly, fair, yeah.
No, I think I'd be quite pleased to know that she's getting love out and about as well, because I like to think that when she's out, people are treating her well, or other creatures are treating her well, and evidently she will have been from that. So Yes, I'd be quite pleased to see that she's getting affection from strangers as well as from home, which is the I think it's the only situation in which that sentence sounds normal.
Okay.
Uh, but
I
yes,
have a
indeed.
very different feeling on that. Like, I saw that, I was actually looking through Instagram today and that popped up and I was like, oh my god, amazing. I'm gonna have to ask you your opinion, because my opinion is if my cat turned up like that, I'd be pretty pissed. I'm sorry. She is my baby. You do not go around and kiss other people's children. That's weird. I know she's not a physical little human, but in many ways, she might be the only company that I've got, right? I don't know if I'm going to have children. I don't know if I can have children. So, I might just end up with a bunch of cats, and I'd be pretty happy with that. You can call me a crazy cat lady, that's fine. I even once
Nothing wrong with being a
explained
crazy cat lady.
my melty brain as just a big old furball. It is just a furball in there sometimes, that's how it feels. But I just don't like the fact that they were kissing her with lipstick on, you know? Like,
Yeah, it's also a bit messy, and I can understand how that's a bit of an embuggerance.
yeah, well, firstly, you have so many germs. So many mouth germs, that's actually disgusting. Do not
Yes.
kiss my cat. If you want to kiss her,
Indeed.
you can kiss her ass. Because that bit I won't touch. You can kiss that bit, that's
Indeed.
fine. No, the forehead kisses is where it's at for cats. Like, that's a very nice sign of affection, and like, they rub their cheeks on you so that they put their scent on you, but also it shows you love, and I really love that.
Yeah, it's so sweet. It's one of my favourite things that Mrs. Miggins does whenever she comes up to me, whenever I put my hand down for her to approach. She always rubs her face on my knuckles. It's very sweet.
Yeah, Ashley will rub her face on my on my knuckles, but she doesn't really give me face-to-face love. So when she does, I really enjoy it. It's like, oh my god, you love me, thank you so much, oh, I feel honoured. You know, I literally melt. My heart melts, because it is ice. Yeah, so I really enjoy that, but if she came back covered in lipstick, I would be rather upset, because I'm the one who's gonna have to clean that off. Like, I'm sorry, your lipstick probably has chemicals, and, like, I don't wear lipstick and then kiss my cat so that it's there. I don't like it. It just makes me feel a bit
that's
icky
fair.
to be like, oh look, a stranger who I don't know, or probably don't know, has, like, kissed my cat all over with lipstick on. Like, pink as well. Ugh. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit of a choice, isn't it?
Go
I
for
must
red or
admit.
something. Red is much classier, very nice.
Yes, red is much classier. It
But-
gives femme fatale from the 1940s rather than Barbie pink lipstick all over my cat.
Yeah. But that cat has been, like, kissed so much. And obviously that's... that could be staged, so that could be the cat owner
Yes,
doing it
true.
themselves. And if it is, that's fine, because it's your choice, it's your cat, and your cat is clearly okay with that, so that is alright.
Yeah.
But personally, I wouldn't like it. I'd be a bit peeved with having to clean all of that off, because I'm going to have to use a makeup wipe or flannel and some water, or if, as the carers call them, small towels.
Yes.
Me and
Yes.
my dad have a running joke about needing small towels.
Indeed.
Because obviously we're British, they're flannels.
They are flannels, yes.
It's a face
Small
wash
towels.
towel. Like, no, it's a flannel, it's not a small towel.
It is.
It's
It
so
is a
funny.
flannel.
Yeah.
I won't say any. I just need to go on a quick tangent. I won't dox anybody or say what their names are. But I had a friend in uni whose boyfriend had something called a bollock flannel. And I'd never heard of what a bollock flannel was until she explained it to me, and I was quite how should I put it? I was quite perturbed to hear that some men have a flannel specifically designed for drying their nutsacks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense because you don't want that to touch your face, but also you're drying yourself off after a shower with that towel, right?
so you should be
you're
clean.
all
Yeah.
clean. And I read something where a guy was saying, I don't need that other towel for my balls, I just work head down. And the towel forgets everything by the next day. And I was like,
Yes,
fair.
that is true.
He clearly doesn't care and he's iconic. I like him for that.
Yeah, that's the way I think a lot of blokes are about their towels. It's like, yeah, let's just forget it. It doesn't, like, the towel will forget, so all is well. And another thing as well is, of course, it's like Joey and Chandler in Friends. When Joey's when they share a bar of soap, and Joey's like, well, think about the last thing I wash and the first thing you wash, and we're using the same soap. It's a bit grim. But
I've
anyway.
not seen.
Oh, of course, you haven't
Friends.
seen it. Yes,
No, but
indeed.
that's very interesting.
Worth a watch, I will say that.
Maybe try and find that scene.
Yes, put it on the list, I would say. And yeah, if you can find the scene,
Absolutely.
then yes.
Yeah.
But yes, let's
we have-
continue to
We have a
our
game.
little.
We have a game.
Yes, we do.
Yeah. Do you want to explain it? It was your idea.
Yes, so this is a little game where we take a celebrity. We did this originally with people we know, and we sort of think, okay, so this person we know, what animal would they be if they were an animal? And obviously, we can't do that for people we know because you don't know them, and it wouldn't be entertaining for you as the viewer. So
And
what
we
we've done
can't
is
put
we've taken a
pictures of
load.
them up. Just gonna
Yes.
put that in
Also,
there.
we can't put pictures of them up, and not without their consent, and that'd be a lot of messaging and a lot of getting stuff in writing. So, we've decided to do with celebrities instead, public figures, and so we're going to discuss what animal we think certain public figures would be if they were an animal. And so, shall we commence?
Yeah. We're gonna start off with Sabrina Carpenter. We picked one each, so we have a good mix, and we have gone female, male, female, male, purely by accident. It was not on purpose,
Yes.
but that's just how it worked out. That's just how our brains worked. So,
Indeed.
I think
They've
it's
sort of worked
out
quite
well.
comfortably.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've worked out in sync. I think it's worked out quite nicely. But yes, this is your person, isn't it?
Yeah,
So I
I
shall
know what
aid
animal
you.
I think, but I'll let you go first.
Okay, well, Sabrina Carpenter, I think she's one of two creatures, right? She's either a light-coloured cat, like a Siamese cat,
I
for
can see it.
example, or something of that sort, or she's. Have you ever seen The Big Bang Theory?
Yes.
You know Cinnamon, Raj's dog.
I don't see that as much, if I'm honest.
No, but she's a similar sort of breed to that in my head. I think she's
Yeah,
like a
alright.
particularly well-pampered, light-furred dog.
We went very differently. I don't know why, but this image specifically, it just screams to me, baby giraffe.
Okay, yeah, I can see it.
Yeah,
I can see it. Yeah, yeah. It's the face shape, I think.
it might
That
be.
does it.
I don't know
Yeah.
what's calling out giraffe to me, but she's not a giraffe because she's not tall. She is definitely baby
No.
giraffe.
Well,
And
she's
I mean
5
that
foot
in the
nothing,
nicest
isn't
way.
she?
Yeah, she is literally 5 foot nothing.
Yeah, I can see that definitely. I can definitely see that she's a baby giraffe,
Yeah.
or perhaps a pony. I think would be a good one.
Like a,
I'm gonna
a
change that.
Shetland pony?
Yes, like a Shetland pony. That's my answer. I
I
think.
can agree on that. I can agree on that. Yeah, like
Then
a
we
miniature.
are agreed.
A miniature.
Yes, exactly.
Mm.
With still with the mane and stuff and the tail and everything. So I think her hair very much takes
Yes. Yeah.
that role.
Agreed. Highland pony.
Very good. Indeed. Next.
Do we have anything else to say about her, or absolutely not? Just skipping past
As a
her career.
person, I think she's a very good singer. She's getting the recognition she deserves,
Yeah.
which is great. she's not my usual kind of music, as you know, but as our audience doesn't know, I like rock and metal and 70s, 80s backwards to 1910s, that sort of music. But I think she's fantastic, and she's got the star power of someone like Marilyn Monroe. I think she's got that level of charm.
Yeah, she is really classy, but also very
Mm.
like sexual and out there,
Yeah,
which
yeah,
I'm very happy about that. I don't.
yeah.
I'm not one for lock your body away. No, women can't be objectified. Like, I'm sorry, but women are only objectified by the people who are doing it. So, like, that is their
Mm.
prerogative, and you put yourself out in those outfits because you want to feel like the best version of you. And I think she is an absolute slay for
Yeah,
just being
agreed.
like, I don't care what you think, I'm gonna do me. And she
She's
does.
comfortable being herself.
And
Yeah,
I love
it's
it.
great.
She is so confident and empowering. I love her. I love her music.
Indeed.
I love her. Even young her, when she was doing the I went to animal communication school. And that is all I'm
That
going to
is
quote.
going back away. Mhm.
Yep.
Yes, indeed.
But
So, who's
even
next?
her early song, Thumbs, was really good.
Yes, I agree. Yeah, I like a lot of her early stuff, actually.
I think I've
Um,
only heard Thumbs. I mean, it may have played in the background while I've been getting work done, so I haven't recognised that it's her, but off the top of my head, that is the only one I've heard. But
mm.
I love Please, 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 and I just, yeah.
I will admit that I'm bloody
Oh,
sick of espresso now.
Taste
Fuck
and
espresso.
Espresso. I haven't listened to
Yes.
Espresso in many months now, but
Likewise, happily.
if it comes on, I'm not going to turn it off.
No, it's very enjoyable. But it was very much, it was the summer song of 2024.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm over that song now. A little
Absolutely.
bit.
Right.
And I'm the sort of person who'll listen to something from 1983 every day for 3 years, because it's a comfort song.
Yeah,
But,
that's fair.
yeah, but shall we continue?
Yeah, we should. It's your pick.
Ah, very good. Yes, so we have Tom Cruise. Now, personal beliefs of his aside, because he's a Scientologist, allegedly, and that's, you do you, boo, as they say. But
Yep.
he's Hollywood's short king, beloved of many people. I'm not sure what sort of animal he is. I know it sounds a bit weird, but I think he's a Jack Russell.
Okay, we were going in the same direction this time.
Oh, fantastic! Very good. Yes, he's a little yappy Jack Russell with like almost golden retriever energy. I think.
I was going to say he's a dash hound.
Yep, I can see that.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah.
So we agree,
Agreed.
dog. For
Yes,
sure.
we agree, dog.
Yeah.
And he's one of those dogs that will throw himself at anything without any regard for his own safety.
I see it.
Considering this man does all of his own stunts with little regard for his own safety.
Which is really cool. I
Yes, it is
cannot
very cool.
tell you a single movie that I've seen him in, but I'm sure I've seen him in a movie. Just right now I'm drawing a blank, so I cannot say anything more on that.
I will say that this man will forever to me be Lestat de Leoncourt. I think he's fantastic. I have not seen him in anything else because I don't like Mission Impossible or anything like that. I've seen him in Top Gun, I think, once, and I thought that was pretty good as well. So, good actor as well.
Alright.
Shall we continue? Your
Chapel
pick?
Roan.
Ah, very good.
Yeah.
I'll let you start this one.
Okay. I absolutely adore her music. I love her whole vibe and how she used, like, the people calling her a clown and the drag community clowns as an empowering thing instead of taking it and just, like, putting that into rage. She used it to empower herself, and as a female artist, I think she's doing really well. She's doing so well for herself. It's so great to see that she is so successful. She has done all the work, and you can tell that she's put it in. And she even used her first speech at like a Grammys event or something like that to say, like, we're supporting you, like studios and producers and all of that. What are you doing to support us? And I was like, yes, someone needed to point that out.
Yes,
So
that
I'm
speech
so
I thought was
glad that she did.
fantastic.
I think I almost cried. Because I was
I mean,
like,
she's doing.
in all of the years, no one has said anything about it. So well done to her for actually stepping up and doing something and saying something and be like, this is how hard it is to get to where I'm at. I made it here, and now I'm going to try and help other people to get here. And I was like, wow. I just love her even more because of that.
Huge respect for her because of that. Definitely. She's doing what a lot of artists and a lot of musicians, big famous people, should be doing for their community and for their scene, their industry. And
Yeah.
obviously she didn't have to do that, but it's a very wise thing and a very respectable, very admirable thing that she did there. I think that's fantastic. She deserves a lot of respect for that. To me as well, she seems like a rebellious Georgian countess, and I think that's really cool.
Yeah. She has such great
sorry.
style. You cannot fault that in any way, shape,
Undeniably.
or form.
Undeniably amazing style. And like we were saying earlier before the show, that I haven't heard a lot of her music, and I know you're a Chapel Roan super fan, and
Thanks.
if that is the correct terminology.
I believe you're correct, yeah.
Yes, wonderful. But yes, I think that from what I've heard of her music, it's very artfully created. It's very good, and it's fits perfectly with her aesthetic as well. She's got an image, and that's very carefully created, but it's very natural to her. I think
Yeah.
it doesn't feel like it's been created for her, or that she's putting it on, or that she's trying to change her image. I think it feels as though it fits her very well. Like going back to Sabrina Carpenter, I feel that she's decided on an aesthetic in recent years, and she's really stuck with that. And that's a good thing, of course. It's cool. She's found her style, but I think Chapel Roan's always sort of been this way, and it's been her identity since the start. And that's an interesting difference because they sort of came up together in terms of fame in recent years. I think those two artists.
Yeah, they were around the same sort of time period for sure. Like there may be a couple of months in it, but you can really tell that they've come from different places and the amount of work that they've had to put in, because Sabrina came from a Disney background.
Yeah, she's a theatre kid.
Yeah, and then you've got Chapel, who has genuinely worked up from the ground, and she has done amazing, and they both have really good fan bases. You cannot fault it. I would
Indeed,
say
it's fantastic.
Chapel is a hummingbird.
Or a kingfisher, perhaps. Yes.
Something bright
Agreed.
and light and airy, something that has really the spirit to fly free and do what you want when you want. She has that vibe. She is definitely a colourful bird of some sort.
Showy and earnest. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
All right.
Yeah.
That's
Perfect. I think we're in concurrence with that one.
Amazing.
Indeed.
Your pick.
Ah, yes, Hugh Jackman. Yes, indeed. So I chose Hugh Jackman because I thought it'd be funny to just go, oh, we know what he is. He's a Wolverine. But also it'd be interesting to genuinely discuss what sort of animal he'd be. I think he's a fantastic actor, and he's way underrated. People know him either as the guy that does musicals, or the guy who's Wolverine. But there's a lot to him as an actor and as a creator, and I think he seems like a genuinely nice guy as well, and he seems like he's not an easy creature to look at and go, what animal are you? Beyond the primitive joke of, oh, he's Wolverine.
I think I've actually figured out what I think he is.
Oh, go on.
I think he's like a stag or a deer.
Yes, yeah, I agree. I think he's a moose.
I feel like he needs to be something a little more graceful, though.
Perhaps, yes. Perhaps.
I mean, moose, they kind of seem like heavy.
True, and he's more sprightly.
Oh yeah, he's got a lot of spring in his
Yes.
step. He is amazing at literally everything he does. I don't think I've ever seen him bomb any role whatsoever.
Agreed. Yeah, which is, I agree with you. I think maybe a stag.
I feel like we're
Yes.
just giving people their Patronuses.
I think we are. I
That's-
think that works rather well.
That's the aim of the game. What's your Patronus?
Actually, remind me, what is your Patronus? I've forgotten.
Oh my god, I don't know.
I know mine's a mare of some sort. I don't remember what specific colour they said it was, but it's a mare. It's a horse, and I'm quite pleased with that.
I don't know. Maybe at the end. No, I'll throw up on the screen whatever my Patronus is.
Yes.
Right here, right now. That's my Patronus. I don't know it right this second, but editing me will. She'll know.
Thank you, future you, for finding it. Yes,
future
indeed.
me will hate me.
I see, because the extra editing, I assume.
Oh, yeah. I just love to give myself a challenge. It's like, yeah, it's fine. It's all good. No.
Oh, and may I add one more thing on the Hugh Jackman
Go
thing
for
before we
it.
move on? I thought he did really well with Zac Efron doing those duets in Greatest Showman. I thought that was fantastic.
I think that might be my favourite role that he has done. It was such an enjoyable, colourful show. The whole cast was very well picked out, and the product that it produced is just phenomenal. I
Absolutely
cannot,
amazing.
I cannot hate it in any way. When someone explained it to me, because me, my mum, my stepdad, and one of their friends were all going to go to the movies, and my stepdad and my mum and the friend all wanted to see The Greatest Showman, and I was like, no, it's boring. Do you want to know the way they described it?
Go on.
It was how Barnum created the circus. That sounds really boring.
Yeah, that's
Really
like,
boring.
okay, we're going to go and see a documentary.
Yep.
Not we're going to go and see an absolutely fantabulous musical.
So you know what was in the theatres at the same time? Theatres? Movie theatres. It was Pitch Perfect 3. So I had to commandeer my mother and say, hey, I don't want to go watch that with the boys. Can we go do our own girly thing and watch this very musical thing? Not knowing the other one would be very musical as well. So I do feel absolutely terrible because my mum still hasn't seen it till this day, and she is missing out on that very fine piece of media. And I do
Watch it
feel,
with her when you get the chance.
I do feel absolutely awful for doing that. But yeah, I did watch it in the end because one of my friends actually forced me to do it. She was like, you should watch this, it's actually great, and I think you'll love it because you don't shut up. You sing all the time. This will be another thing that you can add to your repertoire.
Do you
Please
remember...
correct me on that.
No, repertoire is correct. In terms of your repertoire of films,
Yeah.
I suppose you could say, yeah. But yes, where was I going? Oh, that was it. Do you remember when
Naughty Leo.
was watching stuff like The Greatest Showman and Hamilton was the one she loved, wasn't it?
Yeah, Hamilton.
And that's roughly how I got into musicals. Outside of Labyrinth, of course, which I'd loved since I was about 2.
Yeah.
But we'll get into that another time, I think. Also, just as a little impromptu one for What Animal Are You? Or What Animal is a Celebrity? David Bowie is a fox. And I don't just mean in terms of his attractiveness. I mean, he's a fox. Like, that's his animal, I think.
An Arctic fox or regular?
An Arctic... Well, I think he's... Because of the colour of his hair in the 70s
Yeah.
and the early 80s, I think he's a regular fox, but he's a regular fox with heterochromia.
I see.
That's what I think he is.
That's fine. I can agree with you on that one.
Wunderbar. So yes, your pick.
Yes.
Tell us what your pick is.
I went for Aurora because I love her songs. They are so freeing. I feel like I can fly when I listen to her. Like every little thought and the murmuring of my brain just goes silent. And I could just fully enjoy everything that she has created. And I say that listening to the same 3 songs on repeat, which is so funny. Can't wait to view my Spotify Wrapped this year because it's going to be all over the place.
It's going to be Aurora, Chapel Roan, Aurora.
Don't forget Sabrina.
Which is good. Oh, Sabrina, of course, yeah. To be fair, that's probably more versatile than mine was. I don't think I've got it anymore, what mine was, but
Right.
I do recall...
episode, we are going to go through our Spotify Wraps when they come out, and we're going to do an episode talking about that.
I on the subject of that, I don't actually have Spotify. I use Apple Music
No.
because I think Spotify's a horrible, corrupt megacorp. But obviously, that's not to say I don't condone anyone else using it. That's just more like Apple Music's more user friendly to me. And it pays its artists slightly more, so I like to go for that. But that's just for ease of use. What was I going to say? It was
Do they
sorry. Yeah.
do a
Anyway,
sort
go
of
ahead.
Wrapped on Apple
Yeah, they've
Music?
got a Wrapped every year. They do a
Okay,
little
so
sort of.
yeah, that's
This is
fine.
the
We'll
yeah.
just.
These are the lists of stuff you've listened to. This is your most popular artist. This is how many times you listen to this song.
Oh,
How
good.
many
Yeah,
minutes you listen to. Yeah,
that's
that
fine.
sort of thing. Fab. In which case, yeah, we'll do
We're
that then.
definitely
Brilliant.
doing that. You're going to need to
That'd be
screenshot
amazing.
every one of those things so we can
Oh,
discuss in
I assure you.
great detail.
I assure you I will. Actually, just while we're here on this subject, I'm just going to quickly see if I can find any. Where is it? Any list of stuff. Because I found like one earlier or yesterday, and it said how much I'd listened to like my top 5 bands
Oh,
or
cool.
whatever it was. And I think I was in the top 0.1% of Disturbed listeners for 2023.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it was. I was quite impressed. I was like, "Oh yeah." I was very depressed at university, and I was very angry with a lot of people. So I listened to Disturbed on repeat while chain smoking cigarillos, thinking I was hard, and that's hard without an A, but
That's
sorry, without an
ARD
H
for
rather.
those
Yeah, that's
listening.
apostrophe ARD in capitals. That's being hard. But yeah, so that was my top 0.1% of Disturbed listeners, and I think I had The Cure after that, or something like that.
You'll have to find
Anyway,
it. You will genuinely have to find it.
yes, I will. I will.
I
But yeah,
think I
so
have my
Aurora, what?
last Spotify Wrapped as well, so that's
Mm,
kind of funny. Like, maybe we can discuss those very quickly.
yes,
Or
yes,
maybe
we
next
can do that.
episode we'll talk about that.
Maybe next
Yeah.
episode would be a good idea. We'll do that
We've
because that
already
gives us a bit of
referenced it
time
a
to
lot.
find it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
That'll be
good
right.
idea. So let's make that episode whatever that one's going to be, in terms of the order of them.
Yeah.
Yes, I mean they are recorded sequentially for the audience, just so you know. But we don't know exactly when things are going to be finished editing because some will be easier to edit than others. But yes,
Some of them
let's
take
get
a
back
lot
to
of
it.
time.
Yes, indeed, especially with some of the artwork and mini games that we have and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yes, Aurora. What is Aurora to you? What animal is she?
She is something very free.
Mm,
She's kind of a difficult one for me to place because, I mean, in one of her songs she mentions wolves, so you could kind of view her as a wolf, but she is far too gentle to be a
those are the exact
wolf.
words I was thinking. Yes,
Yeah, so I'm kind
yes,
of thinking I don't want to offend, but she's kind of a moth. She's not a
I could see that.
butterfly. She is too strange and weird to be a butterfly, but I think a moth actually suits her really well. I love moths.
Yes,
People
yeah, they're
hate
beautiful
moths. I
creatures.
love them so much. The amount of moth pictures that I actually have from just seeing random moths and going, oh my god, you're so pretty, and taking a picture.
Moths
Yeah.
are goth butterflies.
They
They're
are
really
goth
cool.
butterflies, and I think that
Yeah,
she would probably appreciate that. I just don't want anyone
I
taking
think
that the
so.
wrong way. I really appreciate moths.
Yeah,
Way
of
more than
course.
butterflies. Of course, I love butterflies, but I see way more moths than I do butterflies. And
Yes,
that is
indeed.
my reasoning there.
I think to me, Aurora, like you say, is a very free spirit, a very flowing and ethereal individual, like an aurora. Funnily enough, I suppose. But yeah, I think to me, she's either, like you say, a moth or butterfly, like free flowing, maybe even dragonfly like creature, or she's a doe roaming through the Scandinavian
Yeah,
forests.
I can
That's what
see
I
it.
think she is. Mm.
Yeah,
But yes,
I
that's
think that's it.
Aurora then.
Yeah, amazing. Right, your pick.
Ah, yes, wonderful. Nicolas Cage. um, well, I'll let you start this one, if
Oh,
you don't mind.
okay. Um, kind of finding it a little bit difficult to read him. Obviously, he is a character in Dead by Daylight, which is a game I like to play a lot.
Yep, which is fantastic.
Just to go away from the whole movie vibes, just to be like, yeah, he's a character in a game that I play a lot. I'm not even kidding. I probably have so many hours in it. Considering I went from an Xbox to a PC, so I now play Dead by Daylight on Steam. I haven't got as many hours as I would have, but so far on my PC I have basically 800 hours in game. So I have seen Nick's Cage? Yeah. I have seen Nick's Cage
Indubitably.
quite a few times. So for that reason, I'm gonna go with like a just on the picture, a koala or a sloth.
I can see that. Definitely,
Yeah.
I can see that. To me,
I'd probably
I don't
lean
think-
more towards the sloth. Now that I'm
Yes,
looking at
I
it
would
more.
too.
Yeah, not a
I
koala.
would too. I think he's too, like koalas just like to hug branches
Yeah,
and they just sort of look at you. And I think he's too, characterful to be
Yeah.
a koala.
for sure.
So I definitely think sloth could work because sloths have a lot of character despite being quite slow creatures.
Yeah.
But I think, I don't know, to me I think he's like, right, he's a chimpanzee. That's what he is.
Oh, okay.
Because he can be quite docile and quite sweet and quite charming, but at the same time there are those moments where he's just so hyperactive and off his rocker in a lot of his roles, and just in general, I think as well. He has the potential for great sort of to show great intelligence, but also to show great insanity, and I think that's quite well impersonated, also not impersonated, encapsulated, personified in a chimpanzee or a form of monkey or great ape.
I can see it. I still like my whole sloth idea though, so I'm not.
Yes,
gonna
I think the sloth
fully
idea is
agree with you.
fantastic. I think sloth works as well. I think it's a very
Yeah.
good choice. Something in the eyes.
It is something in the eyes,
Mm.
and maybe part of the jaw.
Yeah, I can see that, definitely.
Okay,
Yeah, I can see that.
all right. Margot Robbie, my pick.
Okay, your pick, go for it.
Okay, didn't realise I'd be going first.
If you want me to, I will, but
I mean,
anyway,
who doesn't
by all
love her?
means.
Who doesn't love her, right?
Exactly.
She played Harley Quinn so well.
Perfectly.
I think that's where I fell in love with the whole Harley Quinn Joker relationship. Like, I actually, when this movie came out, I wanted my relationship to be basically identical. I'm not even kidding. Yeah, it got toxic real fast. So, don't do that, but
No, but
I think she's such a fun character. I have
she is.
basically that that picture on my wall. Like, it's a poster that I own. Love it so much. And it's not because of the skimpy clothes either. It's purely for her acting. And she does everything so well. I cannot. She's just too perfect. In the Wolf
She's
of Wall
fantastic.
Street, she was great.
Mhm.
And there's so many. Barbie was another great one, but I didn't really enjoy the Barbie movie that much. I feel like they could have done more with the Barbie movie instead of like make it really depressing at the end. But that wasn't her, like, at all. Entirely not her fault. I just think she really does well in every role that she has ever been given. I don't know if she handpicks the roles herself just to be like, I'd be really good at that. But whatever she's doing, she can continue doing because I love her and
She's
I will
doing it
watch
well.
anything that she is in. I'm not even kidding. So if it's got her in,
No,
I'm
likewise,
watching it.
to be fair. Yeah, she's very good. I think it's very rare that an actress is called a character actor. You almost never hear a woman described as a character actor, but that's what she is. She throws herself into every single role and fully immerses herself. and she's brilliant in everything I've seen her in. Like you say, she's absolutely fantastic in everything. Yes, what animal is she?
I am struggling. Because she could be so many things. I feel like she's got such a wide range. She's not just limited to the one character, you know? She has a lot of... I don't want to say different personalities because she doesn't have bipolar disorder.
No, but
I'm just saying she plays everything so well, whatever she's given and is thrown... and... What is it? Words. They're difficult.
indubitably, they certainly are.
I don't know. I'm kind of seeing zebra.
I can see that, definitely.
Yeah. Or
Zebra or female horse.
I was thinking female lion.
Okay, yeah, I can see that. I
Mm,
can see
yeah.
that, definitely. Yes.
She is definitely one
Yeah.
of the higher food chain animals, for sure.
Yes, and she's got quite feline features as well.
Yeah, yeah.
So I can see that, definitely, just in her facial proportions. The eyes, especially.
Yeah, I'm going to stick with the female lion.
Yep, I will concur with you on that one, definitely.
Is that us done?
That is us done with that
Wow.
one, yeah. Yeah.
It's your turn.
Angelina Jolie, yes indeed. I had not seen her in a lot of stuff, actually. I think the first thing I properly saw her in was Maleficent, which I'm aware is quite recent still. It's only about like 11 years old, I think. But
Oh my god, no way.
yeah, it's like 2014, I think that came out.
Oh my god.
Something like that. Yes, it feels quite recent, doesn't it?
It
But
does
it's
feel
11 years
recent,
ago.
but,
And I will
contemplate
admit,
life.
I will admit, I think she's a fantastic actress. She's brilliant.
Oh yeah.
But her as Maleficent awakened something within me. I think it sort of defined my type, romantically speaking. But I think she's fantastic in everything I've seen her in. I think there are a couple of her earlier roles she wasn't given enough to do, or they tried to use her as eye candy because, of course, she's a very attractive woman. And she's a much better actress than a lot of people originally gave her credit for. I think since her early career, she's been given a lot more recognition, which is fantastic.
Yeah, it's always nice when that happens. They have the realization of, oh, we could do more with this. It's like, well, yeah, duh. Sorry.
Exactly that. No, you're entirely right. You're entirely right. Yeah. But yeah, I think she's a tigress. That's what I think. I think 'cause I get the feeling that she's had to fight for a lot of her control, perhaps maybe a lot of her spotlight.
I
In a good light, I mean to say.
Agree.
Yeah.
I was thinking the same thing.
Fantastic. Then that was quite a nice, quick one, really, wasn't it?
It really was. Okay, my
Fantastic.
pick.
Yes.
Andy Biersack. He has changed his name so many times. Oh my god. But maybe you should go first on this one because I am just a tad biased.
Okay, in which case, he's not an artist that I've lived in the circles of, so to speak. Like, everything I know about him, I've heard pretty much from you or from a couple of other people in passing. I've heard a few of his songs. I think he's got a very good voice. Not really my type of sound, but he's obviously very technically adept as a musician, which is fantastic. Once again, not my kind of music necessarily, although it does border on it. I think people are very fond of him for his appearance. Of course, he's a very handsome chap.
Oh yeah, he is
some
gorgeous.
people's type.
But it's the vocals.
He's definitely got much more powerful vocals than his frame would denote.
Yeah.
As well, that's something that you hear vocals like his, and they're really quite powerful. And you expect someone like we were saying earlier, David Draymond of Disturbed. Like you expect someone like him, he's quite small man as David Draymond, but he's very powerfully built, and you can expect a voice like that coming out of him, but you wouldn't expect a voice like Andy Biersax to be the voice coming out of that body.
Andy
I
can
don't think.
basically do it all. Like, he can do a really awesome scream, and he's also got his solo stuff where it's just chill music, and it feels like a very nice, like, you're in a bar, it's late, it's maybe the Flappers sort of year. I'm not bringing that year to mind. I've gone blank on it, but it's very, maybe Art Deco would be the right.
Yeah, very 20s.
Yeah, and he genuinely can do quite a lot of styles. It's just really impressive to see. Like, I'm not one of the ones that's like fully drooling over his appearance. Don't get me wrong. When I was younger, when I first found Black Veil Brides, they were very much in their screamo, and I followed them all the way through to where they're all currently at. So I've seen everything that they have done. Genuinely, every bit of music that they have released, I have listened to. The song where they did a music video of Sweeney Todd, Demon Barber of Fleet Street, that was amazingly done. In fact, me and Leo watched that together as like a first thing, because I thought he'd really enjoy it, so I waited.
And I did.
And
I very much did enjoy it.
It was an enjoyable experience. We both love that movie, let's be honest. So the fact that
absolutely.
they did that as a band, it was like, oh my god, I love this so much more.
And I must admit, I think it's one of... Because I've listened to a fair bit of their music, and it's really not my cup of tea, but that song immediately went on my playlist. Really like that. Very, very good indeed.
Yeah. I have to agree, and I am kind of really biased, but I'm so glad that you can see a little bit that you like.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's like people who hate Nickelback. I love Nickelback. I grew up listening to Nickelback. Yeah, they're brilliant. Everyone says, "Oh, Nickelback's shit." Why is Nickelback shit? And if you ask them that, they never justify it.
It's the meme.
So they don't actually have a reason.
Nickelback.
It's the meme.
It's not actually hating Nickelback.
Robert Hussein is the comedian who originally said that in an interview, Nickelback's shit, and everyone jumped on it. Now, I think he's a really good comedian. I think he's really funny. He's got really good taste in music, but he did ruin their career a little bit, and I don't appreciate. I don't appreciate the fact he did that. But I think as professionals, Nickelback and Robert Hussein, they're very good, both of them. But yeah, anyway, that's huge tangent. I'll go off on that another time. But yes, I think that Andy Biersack is... Don't be insulted by this, because I know you're quite attached to him as an individual. I think he's a hyena. He's powerful of creative... He's capable of creating great volume and great sound and distinctive sound, but he has a small and diminutive frame.
Okay. Yeah, I see it. I'm not offended. I'm not that sort of person. If you had said this to me 5 years ago, I would have maybe been upset. But now that
when we were in college, perhaps, yeah.
Yeah, I would probably have been upset, maybe for a good day and a half, maybe. But
indeed,
I think he's a tiger.
I can see it.
I think he's rather strong, and he's been through a decent amount. I think he's come out very much on top. He just aces everything that he does, in my opinion, but that's pretty biased. But he likes the Bengal Tigers. It's a... Don't hate me here, it's an American football thing, or hockey, not sure. It's one or the other. Don't hate me, I am not up to date with it at all. It's been many years since I've actually listened to him talk about them, because I'm not absolutely obsessed anymore. I have my own life. I've grown up, I've moved on. I can still admire the man and the music. Don't get me wrong. So, yeah, I think he's a tiger, because he has the roar.
I can see that, definitely. We are, I think, in concurrence that he is a form of large cat-like creature. Although, are hyenas felines, or are they canines?
They're canines.
Canines. I'm looking it up. Oh, they're not canines.
No?
No, they're neither. They're in fact neither
Oh.
feline nor canine.
They
They
do
are.
give off more of a cat vibe, if I'm honest.
They do. Yeah, they are sort of. They've got like the faces of dogs, but the actions of cats. You know, the
Yeah.
personalities of cats. They're part of the Hyaenidae family. But yeah, there you go. Apparently, fascinating. You learn something new every day.
Yeah, that's your fact for today.
Indeed.
Right.
But yes, so
Moving
that
on.
is that for him. I
Your
think.
pick.
Yeah. My pick. Ah, Al Pacino. Yes, indeed. Um, well, I think Al Pacino's got a bit of an interesting career in terms of some of the things he's been in. He's obviously been quite. I don't know whether it's typecast or whether he's chosen these roles as gangsters and police officers. Generally tough guys. I know that in a lot of his films he's had a cocaine habit. Even if it wasn't in on screen, it was definitely evident in his role. So, for example, his role in Heat, he had this idea of the police officer or detective he played in that had an off-screen cocaine habit. Obviously, Scarface, he literally buries his face in it. So he's got high energy and unpredictable energy in a lot of his roles, and I dare say a little bit in his real life too. And obviously, you see in that picture there, he looks a little bit. How should I put it? Chaotic. So I think he is. I don't know. He's something very high energy. So either some form of monkey or maybe a leopard, perhaps.
I was
In
thinking
some way.
kangaroo. Like, I don't know this guy.
Yes.
I don't believe I've watched anything, but purely going off of just the picture. I had it in my mind before you even started talking. Kangaroo.
Yeah, he is a kangaroo. Actually, now you say it, yes. The perfect amount of energy. This man is a kangaroo. Yes.
It's something to do with the hair, and I feel like the eyes are talking. Like, he's seen some things. He might have punched someone in the face. I could see that he's given out some kangaroo vibes there.
I can definitely see that. Yeah, I think we are agreed on kangaroo right there.
Cool.
Perfect.
My pick, and we are with Juliet Sims.
Okay. This is not somebody I've ever heard of.
Right, okay. I wasn't sure if you had. I've gone a similar route to the Andy Biersack. I mean, they are married.
hmm
They started as a hate relationship to a love, which enemies to lovers. Love it.
Who doesn't love a bit of enemies to lovers?
Yeah. So, I don't know. I think I should just let you go and see what you think straight off the bat. Because I know what I think she is.
I'm going to have to judge entirely by appearance.
Mm-hmm.
And she gives me, I'm probably completely wrong, but she's giving Disney kid trying to cosplay Lizzie Hale to me.
Okay.
Like, she listened to Hailstorm or Evanescence a few times growing up and decided that's going to be my entire aesthetic, which is entirely admirable, by the way. That's not a criticism, because I did that as well as a young person. I say as a young person, like I'm not still young. But yes, I'm like Benjamin Button. I was born old. But anyway, I think I don't know. She gives me sort of. Sorry about the loud breathing. I apologise. I've got a bit of a blocked nose. Thought breathing. I don't know. I think I'm going to say something along the lines of a bobcat.
Oh, okay. I can see that.
Mm.
I feel like she just gives off snake energy. Not because she is, like, snaky in any way, shape, or form. I just think she is kind of the Patronus of a snake. You know?
I can see that. She would be in Slytherin, just by her appearance.
I think she would be in Slytherin. Sort of part of where my thought process came from. I think it's
Yep,
a
I can see it definitely.
green snake specifically, like an emerald green
Mm,
sort of snake. That is her.
I can definitely see that.
Don't get me wrong, I love her. She's got great music. End of the World really hit me hard, and I love it. But yeah, I don't think there's any more to say about that.
No, there is something serpentine about her, definitely.
Hmm. Your pick.
Okay, so I have picked Elvira, Mistress of the Dark.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I think everybody, I mean, I dare say pretty much everyone's heard of Elvira
Yeah.
and sort of understands the aesthetic and the sort of general sense of humour behind the Elvira character and also Cassandra Peterson, the actress who plays her. Obviously, she's sort of got that very gothic aesthetic. She's got that sort of vaguely suggestive humour. If anyone's seen Elvira's Haunted Hills, they'll understand that. Um, I don't know. I think she's very much a black cat.
Oh, okay.
Just straight off the bat, she's
All
very
right.
much a black cat or a vampire bat.
I was gonna say bat.
Mm,
That is
mm,
all. Literally, just all I have to say is bat. I mean, she does.
yes.
She has my favourite GIF, if I'm honest.
What's that gif?
The Sweet Nightmares one.
Oh, yes, yes, of course.
No, I say Sweet Nightmares. What did she say? What does she say? It's got to be in here somewhere. Like unpleasant dreams. That's what it
Unpleasant
is.
Dreams.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I thought Sweet Nightmares was a Lily original.
It
Yes,
is. It
indeed.
is a Lily original, but she just
Mm,
gives me the Sweet Nightmares idea.
yes,
I
those
suppose.
vibes.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, she's definitely a bat. Or a raven, actually. One of the two.
All right.
Mm.
I do like that. A
Who is
Raven is
next?
really cool.
Mm.
It's Joe Flanagan.
Ah,
Specifically,
yes.
his character in Stargate Atlantis. It's one of my comfort shows. I will forever continue to go back and watch it entirely. If anything, I have only just finished watching Stargate SG-1, and now the Atlantis story makes a lot more sense. I've watched bits of SG-1 here and there, but I didn't really know the full story, so I am about to do my Atlantis rewatch for the year, because I do rewatch my favourite shows and movies every year, at least once.
Likewise.
At
Star Trek
least
for me, as
once.
you know.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm very
Mm.
excited. You are going to take my Star Trek virginity.
Indeed, although I dare say most of the people who watch Star Trek are virgins. Or
Oh, okay.
that is a joke.
I'm leaving it
You
in.
can cut that out.
Nope. That's too
Oh,
brilliant.
no, that is, of course, a joke. Being a Star Trek fan myself, we are very much used to the reputation that anyone who watches Star Trek is a virgin. That's obviously a misnomer, but yeah, that rumor is still very much alive for most of us. I try not. It's like playing D&D back in the early 2000s or even the 80s. When if you say you play D&D, people immediately think you live in your mother's basement.
Yes.
There's still sort of a reputation of that with Star Trek, I think, as well. But anyway, we're talking about
Yeah.
Stargate, so I shan't take us on a big
We are.
big tangent.
We can do chats about everything else on another one. It's all good.
Quite so, quite so.
Right. Go on. What do you think he is?
Well,
do
as
you
you
think
know,
about
I've
him?
only seen SG-1. I haven't seen
Yeah.
Atlantis. So I'm going to have to go entirely on appearances for this.
I believe he is in SG-1.
It has been 10 years since I watched it, so I do not
am going to do
remember
a
him.
quick Google on that just to make sure I don't look
Yes,
like an
please
absolute
do.
fool.
Well, I've just made a fool of myself with that Star Trek comment, so don't worry, you would not be the only one. Um,
I know
so,
the
let's
only
see.
one.
I think... I don't know, he gives me sort of John Barrowman vibes a little bit. Not in personality, just in appearance. So, I don't know, I think he's...
Okay, yeah, he is in SG-1. He is.
He is an SG-1.
I thought
Fantastic.
so. Yeah.
It's been a long time since I watched it. I do not remember this man's face at all. Oh, I don't know. I really don't know. I'm genuinely stumped with this one.
Okay. Should I give you a
Some sort of
rundown of the
canine.
sort of character?
Please, yeah, that'd be
better
fantastic.
judge? He goes along outside of the galaxy. Well, they are in the Pegasus Galaxy. They travel to a city made by the ancients. Just to give you a rundown. Sorry, spoilers. So if you haven't watched Stargate Atlantis, definitely go do the do. Just spoilers ahead. Okay, so they travel to this giant city made by these ancients who are all ascended, or supposedly ascended. Ascended is being an energy version of themselves. They exist on a higher plane of existence, and if it does exist and I don't become a vampire, that's what I want to do. I want to at least ascend.
Very cool. They're like the ancients from Star Trek as well, and Star Wars too. So
Okay,
very
cool.
nice. Yes.
So
yes.
he is a team leader of 4 people. He is very charismatic. He's like a funny guy. He's got a few jokes. He's not afraid to pop a joke at probably the worst time and get beaten up for it. Hence the choice of the one with blood on his hands and bound behind his back, because I feel like he's always in a bit of a sticky situation, so I feel like it sums up the character quite well.
So he's a little bit like a cross between Wash and Reynolds from Firefly, in that sense, I guess.
I haven't seen it.
If you've ever seen Firefly.
Nope.
Okay, no worries.
It's fine. We've got a wide variety of our different likes and dislikes, or not scenes.
Indeed, and I'm sure we can talk about them at length in another podcast.
100%. We are going to talk about media and pop culture. You name it, it's going to happen. This is why we're never going to run out. Ever.
Indeed, there's just so much to talk about.
Exactly, and there's going to be more movies, songs, TV shows coming out, so we're never going to get bored with this.
Absolutely. I mean, there's going to be so much to do. In fact, I dare say we'll be overwhelmed with the amount of stuff. Whelmed. Cool whip.
Yes!
Indeed.
So he is a character who always puts himself in danger to save his team and the world and all of the other people that he doesn't know. He's just a great guy, and he's really smart, although he doesn't always show that. It's a sort of locked away smart. Are you saying that just because of his name?
No. Actually, no, I've just noticed that.
Yeah,
no,
John
no, I think he's a sheepdog just because of that willingness to look after his friends, that sort of smartness that's hidden beneath a somewhat playful or careless or aloof exterior on occasion.
You know what?
I think
I'm gonna
sheepdog
agree.
sort of fits the bill.
I'm going to agree. 100%.
What's your opinion on it?
I was thinking he's kind of a husky with a sprinkling of something else, but I couldn't quite get that sprinkle of something else.
Yes, the seasoning is currently a mystery.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a spicy seasoning. Like there's some garlic, paprika, some mixed dried herbs in there.
I shall have to avoid the garlic, I'm afraid. I'm quite allergic.
There'd only be a touch. It's not much. It's a very subtle hint, but the flavour is there. But also there's like a mix of honey, because he's sweet as well.
I can see that, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
Not that we're talking about what spices or condiments or...
or something a person is, but yes, I see what you mean. On the subject of that, just a quick little tangent. It shan't be more than a moment. So you know how I'm colossally allergic to garlic, and we're basically vampires?
Yes.
Well, I've just found out that I am woefully deficient in vitamin D, because I never see the sun. And a little part of me, when I got that diagnosis, was really proud.
Yeah, I would be too.
Yeah, I'm vitamin D deficient, and I was just like my inside my brain when the doctor told me that I was like, yes, fist pump, punch the air,
I am
vampirism
anemic,
achieved.
so
Hmm.
when I like I'm very much self-diagnosed, but I dated a girl and she was very anemic and I'm more pale
Hmm.
than she was.
Hmm.
So, and I had everything that she had. I'm not trying to be like, oh yeah, self-diagnosed. It's just really difficult and you don't really need to diagnose that. It's just I'm lacking in iron and I'm very, very aware of that. Like, you stand up too
Yeah.
quick and I will pass out. So, happens a lot in the summer. Actually, my pass out spot was always in front of the fridge. And I don't know why. It just every time in the summer, I'd go into the kitchen and then just black out on the floor in front of the fridge. And I'd wake up and be like, the actual hell's just gone on there.
Was the fridge open when that
No,
happened?
no,
No. Oh, because I was going to say it could be the temperature differential, but
no,
no, that's very odd.
no. I'd
Fascinating.
just go into my kitchen. It'd be like middle of the summer, and I'd just straight up pass out in front of the fridge. And I did it once in front of my dad, and he was like, "The fuck." Like, what happened there? And I was like, oh, this happens. Like, it's just chill. It's a thing. No one knew. I didn't tell anyone about it for years
Hmm.
until that happened, and my dad was there. Like, what? So yeah,
That's. I must admit, that's quite an odd occurrence, isn't it? And I'm assuming it doesn't happen anymore.
it hasn't happened yet, but I have only recently moved out. Like within the past year,
Hmm.
but we're not at the point where it's my pass out season yet. So like,
And
I'll
that's in the summer.
yeah, yeah, in the
Hmm.
summer, people are like, "Oh, do you want to go out to the beach?" And I'm like, "Ooh, actually, really risky because I know that my vitals drop like
Hmm.
significantly in the summer, and I don't know why. The sun
That's
is
very
out.
interesting,
I
though.
stay as hydrated as possible. I do not change anything. It's like a little switch that goes off. It's like, oh, look, it's that time. You're in the kitchen. Bam, on your floor. So
Hmm.
it's a very strange occurrence to just wake up in front of the fridge. I mean, luckily I have caught myself a few times before doing it. I haven't like gone down and hit my head. Like, I make sure I'm already on my way down, so it's less way to fall. And with
Hmm.
the way that the fridge is, there's a cabinet beside me to my left. So I make sure that my back is against the fridge if I feel myself going down. And then I've got a bin next to me, so it's a little something of cushion in a way. So like, I've got something either side to sort of prop me up. There
So you
was
are well prepared to
there
not
was
harm yourself.
there was only the one time where I did actually like head on the floor, woke up with a headache and probably a concussion, but I don't go to a doctor, I don't get things like that checked out, so we just don't bother.
Well, you usually spend hours in an emergency room waiting to be seen anyway when it's stuff like that,
Exactly.
which is a nightmare.
It's just not worth
Um,
it.
no, exactly. Especially now, obviously, just quick disclaimer to our viewers. Um, NHS is fantastic. We're incredibly grateful for it and the hard work everybody does. But at the same time, it's fucking slow. We're not blaming anyone for that. It just is, and it's annoying,
Mm,
and it makes us not want to go there. So we are complaining about it with full knowledge that people work damn hard to keep it going.
yeah.
But yes, they are fucking insufferably slow to deal with. Anyway, shall we continue?
Mm-hmm.
Wunderbar. So the
It's
next
your
person is
pick.
my pick.
Yeah.
Indeed. This is Sigourney Weaver. Now, I don't know why I chose her
Can I
specifically because
just.
yeah,
I have the intrusive thought of I just need to yell it out now.
go for it.
Chipmunk.
Fuck it. Yeah,
Go
yeah,
on. You
definitely.
can you can do your explaining, but I just
Go.
have to say.
I was just gonna say that I don't know why I picked her because I couldn't think of an animal for her, but I just thought she's a really fascinating individual. I think she's really down to earth, and she's one of the original like heroines female lead characters in action and horror, and she really made a name for herself with Alien and with Ghostbusters and the early sort of the 70s and early 80s stuff, and she's gone from strength to strength ever since, really. And she's chosen her roles very well. She's brilliant in Galaxy Quest. Anyone who's seen that film, I think it's a bit of a cult film, that. But yeah, I couldn't think of an animal for her, and then you just said chipmunk, and I'm like, fuck yes, that is exact. I look at this woman, and that's exactly what I see.
I've had that thought
Yes.
since we discussed who we were gonna bring up for this, and I needed to get it out. Like, it's been sat on my brain this entire time. And it's like, I need to let it go now. I need to just
It's
get
in
it
the
out
face
into the world.
shape, I think.
I think
Yeah.
so. Maybe it's something to do with the colour of her hair as well, and maybe her eyes.
Yes, there's something in the eyes, the hair, and the teeth.
Oh,
I think a little bit.
my cat just opened my door.
Oh,
Yeah, like really
She's evolving.
powerfully as well. It was
I
only,
see.
It was only push 2, but yeah, like usually it creaks open as she's like slightly pushing it. No, she just barged in like she owns the place. I just thought I'd say that.
That's fantastic.
Yep.
I love that.
Last one.
Last one, your pick.
Yeah. We're going with Tom Holland.
An interesting individual to choose. I think he's a very good actor,
Absolutely.
Tom Holland.
Yeah. Do you want to say anything, or?
Yeah, if you don't want to go first, I'm very happy to.
I mean, I love his role of Spider-Man. The way he played him, I just think is absolutely amazing. And the fact that he got a relationship that is long-lasting out of that makes me very happy to see that. That little
Yes.
guy, you know, just do really well for himself. I'm so proud.
Indeed, it's fantastic, isn't it? And I know that he's been a fan since he was a very small child as well, which sort of, it's always nice whenever that sort of thing happens, when a long-time fan is cast in a iconic role. Peter Capaldi as Doctor Who comes to mind.
Yeah.
For that, definitely. And I think he's, like, Tobey Maguire is my Spider-Man. I grew up watching Tobey Maguire. His action figures were in the toy stores when I was growing up. I felt quite offended when Andrew Garfield came along as Spider-Man, because he wasn't Spider-Man to me, and I was of an age where I became quite territorial. I think he's a fantastic Spider-Man too, though, now in
Can I
hindsight.
confess something?
Yeah.
I have never seen Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man. I
I
have
mean,
not.
of the three of them, I think he's the least.
Honestly,
So,
fair. I think I've purposefully just avoided it because it's like, no. I just don't think it works. I just don't think the roles really line up.
he's too attractive.
Yeah.
He's too attractive to play Spider-Man. He's like Edward Cullen, but Spider-Man. And it just doesn't work.
Just. Alright, was not expecting that.
It's true, though, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, it's like Robert Pattinson playing Spider-Man is what that feels like. It just feels like he's too attractive just to be this nerdy. Not that nerds can't be attractive. I think nerds are some of the most attractive people. But being one, I have to say that for my own self-esteem. But yes, I think
We're going to make an episode 2 for this, a part 2. I feel like
Yes.
we have so many more things that we can
Yes.
share.
I
about
concur.
all
I
of
agree.
this.
Definitely, we have such strong opinions on these things. I think that it just warrants more.
Yeah.
I think it's fantastic. Or at least I'm very outspoken. I'm aware. You're probably gonna have to cut out half the stuff that I say
No,
sometimes.
this might just be a really long episode, and that's fine.
Yeah, fair. Fair. But yeah, so kind of bringing it back to Tom Holland and the Spider-Man. I think Andrew Garfield's a fantastic actor, and he seems like a really nice guy. I will say that. I'm not shitting on his performance at all. But I will say that I think Tobey Maguire and Tom Holland absolutely shine as Spider-Man. I think Tom Holland's had a fantastic career so
Yes.
far, and I'm really excited to see what he's got coming up as
I
well.
am so excited to see what comes next, because he had a list of things that he wanted to see, or do, sorry, not see, and he has got all of them. And I think that's such an amazing thing. Like, I'm genuinely
That
so
is.
proud of that man. Like, he has achieved so much in what feels like a very short amount of time.
Well, he first appeared in Captain America: Civil War in terms of Marvel.
Yes.
Um, Let me look up when that came out.
Marvel is very close to my heart. Like, I have enjoyed
Likewise,
pretty much
likewise.
all of the films that I have seen. I haven't seen all of
2016.
them. Oh, yeah, so he's done really well for himself
He has. But
in
yeah,
a,
what
in
were
a
you
really
saying about the
short amount
Marvel
of time.
films? I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I think that was everything.
Hmm?
Yeah.
But yes,
What's your
yeah,
animal?
they're fantastic. What's his animal?
Mm.
Firstly, I just want to say there was a moment in Graham Norton where they said he looks like he's got a frog in his mouth, and they're right. Uh,
Yes.
but yeah, I think I don't know. I think he's golden retriever. He's got golden retriever energy.
Okay, we went very different.
Okay, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking hamster.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, it's in the cheeks.
It's in the cheeks. I think it's
Yeah,
the skinny lips as well. I'm not hating on skinny lips. I think he gives off hamster
yeah, I
energy.
can see it. Yeah,
And
definitely. I agree with
honestly,
you. Actually,
he's
yeah.
like a small man that can fit into any sort of hole or situation and really conquer that. And I feel like hamsters do that really well. So,
Mm,
yeah, I just think he's a hamster
definitely.
without the suicidal tendencies.
Quite so. Yes.
Yes, you cannot say that word, I believe. So,
You'll just have to cut it out if I end up saying it in the future because I can't remember what words I am and I'm not allowed to say on YouTube.
that's
I will try
okay.
to learn it. I'll learn the words that I'm not
I
allowed to say,
I
but
am the editor. It's alright. It's
indeed, you're the grand
fine.
editor.
Someone's got to be in charge.
Indeed, and it better well not be me because I'm not good at that kind of thing. I can't censor myself. I just say shit.
Exactly. I
Um,
think that is the episode. I
yeah,
think we
I think
will
so.
have to come back and do another.
Yes,
I
definitely.
believe you have some interesting thing to say as an outro.
Of course. Yes, I do, in fact, have some weird and interesting things to say as an outro, as I usually do. So thank you everybody for watching. It's been an absolute pleasure as always, and I do hope that you enjoyed our nattering. We certainly, I dare say, do. And we're going to have to end the show now, as I'm looking at the man in the mirror, and the man looking back is shaking his head quite disappointedly at the fact I've not fed him enough ice cream. And now I must go because he's crawling out of the mirror like that girl from The Ring. Thank you, and goodbye.
Bye bye.
Hello there, everybody. This is post production Leo. We've realised we forgot to put a word of the week in this episode, so I'm going to present it to you now on a little lovely velvet cushion. This is perturbed. Perturbed is our word of the week today, and it means a feeling of anxiety or concern, or to be unsettled. In context, one might say she didn't seem perturbed about the noises around her. There are also other versions of it, such as perturb as a verb, which is to make someone anxious or unsettled. They were perturbed by her capricious behaviour. We'll do capricious another week. I rather like that word. All right then. Thanks, everybody. Goodbye.